Why does it feel weird to be back? Hi, welcome in. Hi, Salo Alloway. Congrats on first. What's happening here? What's happening, Bubbles? What are we doing? What are we deciding to do right now? Hi, Salo Alloway. Congrats on first. Hi, Cinery. Hi, Dead Soul. Thank you for the lurk. Hi, Camino. Appa is right here. He's back. You guys, I was like so excited to see Appa yesterday. We got in yesterday. We got back from TwitchCon yesterday, like mid-afternoon. And the first thing we did was pick up Appa, and he's exhausted. We are exhausted, but we are finally reunited. Hi, Kaven. Hi, Shitted Paladin. The push warning said free Appa smooches. As many as you'd like, actually. Unlimited free Appa smooches right here, right now on the Tunga Bunga channel, just for you, Shaded Paladin. Also, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you got all the cuddles and love when you got home. He did. He really did, Camino. Who did that? Miko. Oh, also Miracil. Miracil, thank you so much for the 5 months. I adore you so much. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the resub. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm a wee bit tired today, so I really apologize if I'm not like on top of stuff. Miko, thank you so much for the 2 months as well. Thank you so much for the 9 months total. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. How was your travels back, Camino? Did you have a nice, a very lovely drive and or flight and or bus ride and or boat back? I hope it was nice. Ash, thank you for the lurk. Alex, thank you for the bubbles. Good to see you. And Darkenness, thank you for the lurk. Have you ever wondered how much butter you can give a monkey before he starts smelling like toast? Am I not? Wait, what? Sonary, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm so sorry. I don't get it. Mirasol, how are you? How was your weekend? Give us the sweet Tunga Bunga saxophone solo we truly crave. You know, it's really funny. I just went to TwitchCon, and while I was there, one night I was with my friend Bryn, aka Brinth. If y'all don't know Brinth, she's absolutely lovely in every way. And she leans into me and she goes, Tunga, I think it's really cool that you play the saxophone. And I'm like, Bryn, thank you. I appreciate that. And she's like, I just think it's really cool. And I was like, oh my God. And she's so cute and so sweet. And I just thought it was really funny. So now you bring up saxophone, and I'm gonna think of Bryn every time. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. How do you do? Hi, Krista. How are you? How are you doing? Hi, Storm. It's Barry. Barry the platypus. It's I. Na 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 cross. How are you, my friend? No worries. Please take care of yourself. Thank you so much for stopping in for a second. Have a very lovely rest of your night. The bubbles are cute. There's for some reason I got stuck a second ago, and I don't really understand why. Hi, Beta Welsh. Welcome in. Hi, Alex. Hi, Salo Alloway. Thank you. I love winning. Sally always wins. Help me. I'm under the water. Hi, Nebulous. Good to see you. Hi, Panty Goblin. How do you do? Thank you. Oh my gosh. If y'all can't tell, I'm really excited about my golden greedy goose pin. Hi, Viz. Oh, yes, TwitchCon. You guys, I have so many thoughts on TwitchCon, and I hope it's okay I share them with y'all. I hope it's okay if I share them with y'all. Hi, Dingus Chungus Bungus. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Corto, good to see you as well. I hope you enjoyed your very first stream. How did it go? Please share all. I'd love to hear about it. I made so many folk went right back to yapping. I'm dead. Beta, I almost took today off, and then I was like, I promised my community that I would stream 4 days this week and 4 days next week. And I'm trying to be a woman of my word. I'm trying really hard. But I will say today, we probably won't game. It will probably only be yapping. Just because I don't think I can get my head around a game right now. I'm pretty exhausted. I got on my carrier, pigeon, and dog sled. Oh, that makes sense. There you go. It was good. Did you get to pet the dogs? I saw you got to see Darian and Lozzie. I did. And I realized I never got to take a picture with them. I ran into so many people, Miko, and a lot of them I forgot to take pictures with, which absolutely sucks. Absolutely sucks. But it is what it is. G gave me the full TwitchCon recap. Did he? I got to see G briefly. There were so many people that I wanted to meet up with, and I never got the chance to. And then I ended up getting sick. I got sick on the third day, so I didn't even get to go to the third day of TwitchCon. 4 times did the Nightjaw cry, but only in anger did his mother give him tweedle tweedle. Cindery, what are we doing? Are we talking in riddles? Because my brain is not working. Hi, is that so good to see you? Welcome on in. Thought I knew it's the other way around. So it's actually spelled Byrinth, Byrinth. But I call her Bryn because it's easier. Hi, Matcha. Good to see you. Welcome on in, my friend. Do you know how the inventor of the saxophone barely avoided death? No, I don't. Cindery, will you tell me the story? I've been watching Ern's Gotcha unbox it, and I was hoping you'd get it. Yes, it's so exciting. If y'all missed it, Ern actually posted the, it wasn't live, it was like a recording, obviously, but my live reaction to getting Mr. Gold Gritty Goose here, which I'm actually really excited about. I mean, I didn't rage rant about it for like 3 hours yesterday. Send it. I have good and bad things to yap about regarding TwitchCon. I'll be honest. There's both. I feel like I had a very mixed experience for my first TwitchCon. I'll be real. But it is what it is, you know? Like, it was my first time going, and I learned a lot of important lessons. I believe in you. Thank you, Dingus. Thank you, my son. I love a yap sesh. We do love a yap sesh. Wow, I'm really good at talking. Hi, Eddie. Oh my God, good to see you. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Just fly back right now for the pics. I know. I'm actually so depressed that I didn't get pictures with all the people I wanted to.
Actually, I just don't know how to read.
Thank you. I don't. Can y'all hear that? Oh, you can hear it doubly. Doubly. I see my sounds are working again. Last Tuesday, my sounds weren't working, so we had to double them up. For the first 45 minutes, I forgot to switch scenes from full screen to gameplay. Corto, no! I hate it when that happens. Thank you for the balls. Thank you for the balls. Do you miss the power dynamics from different instrument groups and school bands? No. In fact, Miko, I sat right in front of the trombones when I was in band because I was a saxophone. And it was like saxophones, trombones, and trumpets, and then like tubas were behind us or something like that. And one time I turned around because the trombones were so ungodly loud, and I was like, hey, can you quiet the fuck down? Except I asked it nicely, right? I was like, hey, can you play just a little bit quieter? Like, it's right in my ear. It's really bothering me. And instead he purposefully played even louder, and I was like, great, cool, this is awesome. So ever since then, I hated the trombones. I don't anymore. I think they're fine now. Hi, cool guy, how are you? Cool guy, I want to ask you, when do you plan on your first stream? When do you plan on stream for the first time? Met at TwitchCon and just flying back. I hope that your flight goes well. I just got back in yesterday. I got back to my house yesterday afternoon, and I'm really exhausted. I don't know if y'all can hear it, by the way. My voice is fucked. I feel like I'm talking like a whole octave lower than normal because the very first night we went to this bar. It was kind of like a an arcade, not like an arcade with like games, like digital games, but like an arcade bar in the sense that you'd like shoot hoops on like a little basketball game or something like that. And the music was so ungodly loud that the entire like 5 hours we were there, we were just shouting at each other. And ever since that first night, my voice has been fucked up. I don't feel sick at all. I feel completely healthy. It's just that my voice is really like messed up right now. So hopefully it will go back to normal. Fingers crossed. It was mid for me, except meeting like 4 people. I think one of my favorite things, you too, Camino, I think one of my favorite things was getting to meet the people from the community and my streamer friends. I think that bit of it was the best part for me. I'm set on so many pics. Me too, Beta. I feel so dumb. I would meet people, I'd get really... Okay, here's the other thing I need to say. I'm a horrible content creator, all right? I don't know why Tunga decided to go into content creation because I hate taking pictures. I hate filming things. I much prefer to like live in the moment of stuff. So I was like, I'm going to vlog my TwitchCon experience. Like, it'll be great. I'm going to vlog it. You know what I didn't do? Vlog a single thing. I didn't take a single picture or video. I did not take a single picture or video with my phone. Not a single one, you guys. Anyway, so I relied heavily on other people's photos, and I'm just like slowly stealing them off Instagram. Hi, Gallo Alloway. Gallo Alloway, I need to fix your shout out. I don't think I ever added one for you even. Who goes there? Gallo Alloway, thank you so much for the 23 months. What the heck? If y'all don't know, my lovely friend and mod Gallo Alloway streams now, primarily Star Citizen, but maybe something else someday too. I'm not sure what his plans are, but if you don't know our lovely friend Gallo Alloway, please go over there, drop a follow. He's absolutely incredible. I spent the majority of TwitchCon with Gallo Alloway and my friend Ernan and Bryn and Malachi. So that was like our little group this TwitchCon year. Just sucks we didn't meet. I wanted you to sign my jacket. Eddie, I'm so sad. I hope you had fun overall, except being sick. See, the funny thing is I don't feel sick. I don't actually think I'm sick. I think my voice is just really fucked up, but who knows? We'll see, because sometimes sickness takes a couple of days to set in. Hi, Vettel. Thank you. Good to see you. I was a trombone player. They were major assholes. I'm not going to lie. My least favorite group were the trombones. I really did not like the trombones. Super impressive you're able to play sax considering you're high. Get out, Krista. I'm gonna ban you. Krista's like, oh, Tunga's back. Thank you, Krista. The only instrument I consistently play is vocal folds. I can't play like any instruments anymore. I lost all my ability. Thanks, I love meeting you. Crazy story. Yeah. Without giving away any information about where I live and what my name is, Cool Guy and I know each other. I ran into Cool Guy too at TwitchCon, and we hadn't seen each other in many, many years, but it turns out we actually knew each other from previous schooling, and it was really crazy bumping into him. Hi, Captain Denton, good to see you. Welcome in. Voice sounds nice. Good. I feel like it's my like radio show voice. Thank you so much for tuning into Tunga 2.0, the hottest radio station live on Twitch TV. Nablita, hi! Thank you so much for the Prime sub. How are you doing? How are you enjoying Apex? Oh my goodness, I played Apex one time and I literally could not see anyone to shoot them. Not a single, I don't think I got a single shot at all when I played Apex. But I hope you're doing well, Noblita. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. It's so good to see you, my friend. How are you? How are you doing? Did you end up going to TwitchCon? Did you do anything fun with your weekend? If you didn't, please let me know. Ways in which, is it Adolphe Sachs or is it Adolph Sachs? Nearly died. Fell from a 3-story window. He fell and hit the stone floor but survived. Drinking acid at the age of 3. Oh, that's lovely. Mistaking it for milk. Why was that laying around? Swallowing a pin. He swallowed a pin that became lodged in his esophagus. And then a gunpowder explosion. Oh my God. Falling into a hot pan. Asphyxiation from inhaling varnish fumes in a room where furniture had recently been treated. Nearly drowning. He fell into a river after being hit by a falling cobblestone and was swept away by the current. He's also a survivor of lip cancer? Who is this man? Who is this guy? You need to have your vocal cords cool down. It's okay. Nothing to be worried about. Yeah, I figured that like I just need to give my voice a little bit of a rest, which of course I'm doing by streaming for the next 4 days straight. What are you gonna do? Camino, yeah, I would. I do feel really bad. I like did not take pictures. I really feel sad that I didn't get a picture with Darian, especially because Darian's in Australia. I'm not going to Australia in the next century, so I feel really upset that I didn't get a picture with Darian in laws. Being a vlogger in the wild seems so freaking daunting. I feel like I'm afraid of getting stared at as well. So I hire a photographer to follow you around, but then I'd also have to pay for the photographer to come to San Diego and pay for their ticket and stuff too. We definitely orbited the same groups. And I didn't even wave. No, I'm so sad. But you know, we should have said hi to each other. I also missed seeing a couple other folks that hopefully will pop in. Turt Tay being one of them. They literally messaged me on the first day of TwitchCon, and I read it in my brain and I forgot to respond. And then I was planning on meeting them on Sunday, and I ended up getting sick and I didn't even go. Oh, Yamato, thank you. Coolest people meeting. It was crazy. It was so wild. Like, what are the odds that you run into someone you know from your childhood that you haven't seen in years at TwitchCon, you know? I also used to be shy being on public and overcame it with relative ease. See, that's so cool, Vettel. I love that. I feel like, I don't know, one of my favorite things about Twitch specifically is being able to like kind of come out of my shell a little bit, because I'm definitely, if you saw me at TwitchCon, you probably know this. I'm shy. I don't like talking to strangers, so it was like really out of my comfort zone to even talk to like other streamers that I know in person. Also, you guys, my makeup today is very, very relaxed. I didn't feel like doing a full face, so sorry. It's lucky, honestly. I'm surprised I'm even streaming today. Ramiko!
W meeting friends in person, Madry, one hug.
I know. I'm so happy I got to meet you again. I already knew, y'all, this was the second time I got to meet Ramiko in person. It was so good to see you. Thank you for the 20 months. And G, hi, G, we never got a picture together. And I'm realizing that I didn't get a picture with like all of my favorite people. Thank you so much for the 18 months, G. I hope you're doing well. I'm really far behind in chat. I'm really far behind, you guys. I'm so sorry. I might be buying a PC this year. I would love that. Storm, please send me your PC list. Your part list. I played clarinet in middle school and I hated most of the brass. It's always the brass players. They just have the personality trait, you know? I have to go, but I will return. Noblita, no worries. Please take care of yourself. I think everyone's least or most favorite person in band is the Barry sax player, and there's no in between. I agree. Our Barry sax player I actually liked, but I was also saxophone, so. Someone from your past, small world. Yeah, isn't it wild, Eddie? I used to play the flute in middle school, oboe in high school. Did you have to have lessons at all, Kaven? If you played the oboe at my high school, you had to have lessons. Great radio voice. Thank you, Krista. Andy, I never got to meet you either. I'm so sad. I was looking for you as well. You know what's really crazy, Andy? The video of you walking through the doors on Friday, two of my best friends are right in front of you. Two of my best friends are right in front of you in that video. And so I immediately saw that video and sent it right to my friends. So I was like, I was this close to Andy and I never got to meet you. And I really hope I get to eventually. How was your TwitchCon? Did you have a good time? I used to play flute. Oh, I just read that. Sorry. This is my build. Oh, Storm, can you send it to the Discord? I'm sorry. I still don't have links working. Now getting into radio broadcast at The Voice. Every bad thing happened to him and he still I know, what are the odds? You want one of my Darien pics and I can Photoshop it? Beta, I adore you so much. It's okay. I'll get a Darien pic eventually. Darien gave me a friendship bracelet too, which I'm not wearing. I got 2 friendship bracelets, and I'm not wearing either of them. Baby No Money. Of course I'm taunted like this, y'all. One of my goals this TwitchCon was to get a picture with Baby No Money. I saw him in the flesh. I was this close. To him in the flesh, and I was too chicken to ask for a picture. So next year. She's in America for the next couple of weeks. See, but the problem is, Cinery, is I don't live in California. I'm back home in my state. I left yesterday. I felt overwhelmed by TwitchCon and I wasn't even there. Yeah, it was incredibly overwhelming. Jane's flying back next week. I know. I'm not gonna be able to get a picture, unfortunately. Something like the worst con ever. This was my first one, so I can't really compare it to the last previous years. But I've heard that too, Ken, that it was kind of icky compared to the other ones. Yes, this is merch from the con. I'm not responsible for the way the back of my head looks, by the way, okay? But it's got the Twitch logo on the back and then it says Twitch. I really like it. It's very cozy. I'm a big fan. Who goes there? Hi, Dirt. I didn't get a picture with you either. I got to meet you one time and I feel so bad I didn't get to see the whole rest of the con, basically. But I hope you had a very safe trip back. I could cry. We need to rewind time. It went by so fast, G. It really did. Hi, Ern, thank you so much for the 29 months. I miss Ern. You guys, I got to room. I had the pleasure of rooming with the Ernin. And we left at the same time for our flights too. So it was very classic at the airport hugging each other, crying. It was so sad. Listening to you while being AFK is really giving radio program vibe. Thank you, Vettel. That's actually a huge compliment. You know what's really funny is my mom has this really, really nice radio voice, and she wanted to go into radio. And now I feel like I want to go into radio with my nice low radio voice right now. I struggle talking to people in real life. It was so hard, Mirasol. I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard. Something tells me Tonka has been back for exactly 1 month. I've been back exactly one singular month today. Actually, no, I think I came back on the 16th of September. No way, Andy, I know, which made it even more upsetting that I didn't get to meet you. But I hope you had such a great trip and a good con. Hope it was so fun. Hi, Luke, good to see you. How do you know Andy? I think Andy found me. Andy, how did we meet? I don't remember. I don't know. I think you followed me or something like that. And then I was like, who's this guy? And then I followed you back. And I think that's how we met. I think it was like a very basic Twitch meeting. Hi, Nazadam. Good to see you. Welcome in. I didn't have the lessons, but I need to get lessons. Oh, but I didn't have to have lessons, but I did get them because I really enjoyed it. Interesting. That's so cool. Kevin, do you still play? It was genuinely amazing to meet so many of you and also confirm that some streamers have legs. Wasn't it wild seeing streamers with legs? Also, everyone just looked ever so slightly different.
Yay.
Ever so slightly different. Corito, thank you. Thank you so much for the 14 months. It's so good to have you here. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Come on, a spoonful for daddy.
Thank you, Vettel. Spoonful for daddy. Tunga and I are bonded by Crunchwrap. Yes. Also, Andy and I both have had some Taco Bell sponsorships in the past. So I feel like we talked because of Taco Bell. But I definitely knew Andy before we talked. Such a small world, Twitch is. During Slime Back the day before I get into... No, Krista, that's so upsetting. I hope you have a good trip, though. Have a very safe flight. Did you hear about Emmy? I did. I did hear about that cool guy. It was really, really, really scary. I feel very bad for Emiru. I don't know if I'm saying their name correctly, but yeah, that was wild. Absolutely crazy. Totally understand why that we're... Yeah, you don't want to dox anything. Yep, exactly. That's the biggest... My biggest takeaway from streaming for 4 years is that you don't dox any information. You have your online persona and you have your real person information. And those two things do not mix ever. Shannon Andy, what the heck? Thank you so much for the fresh sub. My goodness, how are you? Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, George. Hi, Liz. How are you both doing? Liz, did you have a safe trip back? George, it's so good to see you. How are you? Did you finish your move? Or has it not been that far? Has it not been that long? I feel like I've been away for like 10 years right now. Fun fact, the reason you get morning voice is because your vocal cords get dry after 8 hours of sleep. See, I feel like my vocal cords have been like bone dry for the last 3, or actually more like 5 straight days. Everyone look at the back of Tonka's head. God, I am really far behind in chat, you guys. I'm so sorry. There are loads of peeps I didn't get a pick with, but we'll have to look forward to next time. Yeah, exactly, Dirt. That's what I'm just hoping for, is that I remember it next time. I'm going to be way better about it. There you go. Thank you for the chicken attack, Darkness. Sorry I'm so far behind you guys. I listen to the Tonga podcast every day. Thank you, George. I know I'm still back. I was here back when you still had, shared your state. Still, you gotta walk 500 miles and then walk 500 more. Yeah, I don't even share my state anymore. I used to be like, yeah, I live in this state. Now I don't even share that. I also don't share my age or my birthday. I don't share anything, any information. Some of y'all know, but I know who knows, and y'all better not tell anybody, or I'll find you. I'll find you, and I won't let you pet Appa. That's a threat. That is a real threat. Guys, I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry. Hi, Michael Druid. Good to see you. It's so nice to meet you, too. I hope that you're doing well. Did you have a very lovely TwitchCon and you got back safe and everything? Andy and I are IRL friends. We went on a tour together. No way, G. I wonder if it was like Twitch recommending me or Andy because of our shared friend you. Thank you for the treat for Appa, Big Sturdy. Good to see you. I played over the summer at my junior college, but my college I'm at now doesn't have a band. Oh, that's upsetting. That's really hard to... Oh my God, it's you! I was hoping I could find you. Oh my God, Shannon. Okay, you guys, I have to tell a story really, really fast, okay? I don't remember where we were going, but we were leaving Artist Alley area, and this very lovely, lovely person comes up to me, and they're like, "Oh my God, where did you get that bag?" Because I had a little Trixie Mattel bag, full of like a couple little products, from this panel that we actually didn't get into. We got stopped right before they would let us in, but they still gave us a couple of freebies. And I gave you my highlighter, and I was like, I'm so sad I didn't ask who you were because I was gonna follow you. Because this beautiful girl literally gifted me her Trixie Mattel highlighter completely out of the blue. I used it the rest of the weekend. I'm so glad you used it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not the greatest at makeup. So I figured it would be much better in someone else's hands. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to drop you a follow as well. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for finding me. And thank you so much for the sub. I'm so glad that you are getting much more excitement and happiness out of it than I am. Now, why do I have so many points? What can I do with this? Darkness, we're going to come up with another really, really cursed channel point redeem at some point. I'm doing good. Still packing, moving on Halloween. You're so close. You're so close now. Got back this morning. I have choir rehearsal tonight, so I'm struggling to stay awake until then. I totally get that, Liz. Oh my goodness. Please get some rest if you need to. Please get some rest. Thank you for the treat for Appa. I already did that. Sorry, I'm really far behind. I want to pet Appa, but he's so far away. I'm back home safe and recuperating and alert for a bit. No worries, dude. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for coming and saying hi. And it was so good to see you. Please take care of yourself. Get some good rest. My high school never had an esports team nor a band. Interesting. We didn't have an esports team for sure. That was not a big thing when I was in high school. I'm old. I'm so glad my friends saw your name tag. I would have never been able to find out without her. That's so nice. That interaction literally like warmed my whole heart. I'm not even kidding. Like I heard you scream in excitement as we walked away, and me and my friend Ern were like, "Oh my God, what a cutie!" That's so cool. That's literally so sweet. I'm so glad that you found me. I actually, like, right after it happened to you, I was like, I really wish I would have been able to read their name. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm so happy to be part of such a wonderful person's community. What the heck? Stop. I'll cry. The one thing you need to know about me, I'm really emo. I'm a really emo person. That's really sweet, though. I'm so happy to have you here. Seriously. I have 51,000 points. 38,000? Y'all are just saving it up, aren't you? Just saving. Are y'all gonna force me to do a 12-hour stream? Please don't right now. Please don't right now. Capital G showed me a few pics and videos. I know that there was one video in the Discord from G. I don't think I've really posted any of our other pictures, though. Also, is the music too loud? I feel like it's really loud in my ear. Maybe it's fine. Appa's standing by for hugs. He's ready. Look at him. Christian, thank you for the 25 months. Thank you. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see
Thank you,
that
Storm.
had a fun time at TC, and happy 25 months.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Christian. It's so good to see you. I hope you had a very fantastic weekend. What were you up to? What were you up to? Thank you for the shout out, Ern. Yes, Ern, thank you so much for shouting out our new friend, Shannon. Can I call you Shannon? Is that okay? Let me know as well. If I get your name wrong 3 times after you've told me how to pronounce it, you get a free gifted sub. So I'm really bad with names and faces. I'm just really bad. Like really, really bad at faces and names. What was I gonna say? I can't remember now. But Christian, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She's got emotion in Hot Girl IBS. This is so true. So y'all, my TwitchCon experience. This is my first TwitchCon, right? So I feel like I went in completely unaware of everything that was gonna happen. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really fun. I will say I was completely overwhelmed by the amount of people. I was not prepared for that many people. I think that might be the largest amount of people I've ever been around in my entire life. This is also my very first con at all. I've never been to like, Comic-Con or like PAX or anything like that. This was my very first time at any sort of con ever. I really, really enjoyed getting to meet my friends. I think my favorite bit of the trip was getting to hang out with all my friends. I wish that I would have hung out with my friends more almost. I think if I do go next year, what I will probably do is only get 1 day, because I ended up, before I left, I made a spreadsheet of all of the talks I wanted to go to, and I only went to 1 out of all 3 days, and I saved like 50. It's like I didn't do anything. Kate, hi. How are you, my friend? Thank you so much for the 30 months. 30? And for the tier 2, what the heck? Kate, how have we known each other that long? Where does the time go for real? What the heck? Thank you so much. Hope you had a good trip. I had a really good trip. I'm very happy to be back home though, y'all. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. Hi, Bramble. Good to see you. Office says, I will never leave you again, Mom. Look at his little hand. He's so cute. Mara has made it so I can only associate the song with her edit of House and Wilson. Hi, White Tigger. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? I was so overwhelmed day one. I told myself to just chill and go with the flow, not stress about getting to certain stuff. Yeah, so the first day, you guys, we walked over 7 miles. We walked 20,000 steps in the first day. Our feet were burning. They were on fire. It was so painful. So fun. I think the first day was my favorite. The second day, I felt like I didn't get to do anything that I like really felt like super excited about. And I think part of it is because I like was trying to take it a little bit more easy, but then I ended up not going to a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to go to. And the one thing I did want to go to, I went with Ern, and it was like the makeup and drag Trixie Mattel event, and we didn't even get in. We were like the 5th person from the front of the line when it got cut off. So we were like right at the beginning of the line, or I guess I should say we were right before they cut it off. And so it was like, oh my God, we were right there. And it was also really sad because there was this girl behind us. I think she was like maybe 15 or 16, and she wanted to get in so bad, and she started crying when they cut us off. I felt so bad. Well, the first day was like amazing. I had a really, really good first day. I was used to being more cows than people. Exactly, Cinery. I don't go to huge events like this ever. Hi, Dusty. Thank you. Good to see you. How are you? Welcome on in. How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? Time really does fly, Kate. It really does. It feels like just yesterday I stumbled upon you playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm also glad you didn't crash out and ended up getting the Greedy Goose pin me too. Christian, you saw the videos? Hi, Sunblade. Good to see you. Hi, John. Hi, Fusro Dovakin. How are you, Dova? Good to see you. I did get to see Dova twice. We got a picture together. I'm glad that you messaged me and we got a picture together because, like I was just saying, I didn't get a picture with like anybody. Day 2 was a blur and day 3 felt so short. I felt so bad. So I've got some sort of chronic weird thing going on, right? So I'm actually kind of surprised I did so good on the first and the second day. But the third day, I ended up getting really sick. I got really nauseous and really dizzy. And so we went to Ulta because my friend Ern is from Canada and she wanted to go to Ulta because they don't have a lot of Ultas in Canada and or any potentially, I'm not sure. But so we went to Ulta, we had lunch. And then when we got back from lunch, I got hit with a really, really bad dizzy spell. So I was like in bed for the rest of the day, feeling really ill, feeling really nauseous. And so I didn't get to go at all. So I feel kind of sad that I missed out on it. I kind of knew that I would need to like take it easy because I just like don't feel good a lot of the time, but I went a little too hard, I fear. I went a little too hard. Went to my first con back in May, and yeah, I feel that so much. My feet were destroyed by the end of it. And I wore like really comfy shoes too, Christian. But it didn't help. It didn't help me. Friday, we were able to see the drag showcase. See, we didn't get into that either. We ended up leaving because we were like, oh, the line is so long and we're so tired. It's probably the most fun we had. And the line dancing, I'm so jealous. I'm so glad that you had a good time though. I really, really wanted to see the drag show, and so did my friends. But we ended up just going back and taking a nap. We went back to the hotel and we just took a nap before dinner. But I loved all the pictures I saw, like the screenshots, and everyone said it was so cool. And I really want to make sure we make it next year. I think another thing I learned is that if you want to go to something, you need to show up early. For some reason, I thought there wouldn't be like lines. First con, so I'm giving myself that, but I thought that there wouldn't be like any lines or anything like that. So I was like, oh, if I want to get into this event, then I'll just show up right when it starts, right? I'll show up and maybe like 2 or 3 minutes early, and I would show up and there'd be like a line down the whole hallway. The other thing that I thought was really funny is every time I would meet somebody, everyone just looks ever so slightly different than what they look like on their PC, right? Because the camera does weird things to our faces, right? Everyone looked generally the same, but just ever so slightly different. And so it would take me a second to like register who was who, just purely because everyone just looked, it was just so oddly different. Absolutely gorgeous people I met, by the way. Everyone was so sweet, so kind, so lovely, but my brain was just like not registering. Sounds good. Enjoy your BRB. Sounds good. One of the nights after walking a day, decided to go to a house party and jumping Oh my God, jumping up and down for 2 hours was a great idea. I sat in the hot tub for 2 hours. It felt so much better. Dirt, that sounds lovely. They had a hot tub at our hotel, but I did not make it to the hot tub. I did not make it to the crock potting. I'm so glad I was able to meet you. I'm pretty sure I saw you guys at the airport. Oh, it scrolled. Hold on. But I didn't want to disturb. I ended up, I didn't see you at the airport. So if you saw me, I think my blinders were on. I I was very antisocial yesterday. I didn't talk to anybody but my husband, really. And like, of course, like anyone who was like asking me something I would talk to, but I was like so antisocial. I was very exhausted yesterday as well. I think I was the most tired yesterday I've been in a very long time. Would you go to the Europe one? I would, Corto. I don't know when though. It was very expensive. It cost over $3,000 for me and my husband to go to this one. And that being said, I don't think I'll go next year just because of that cost. I'm thinking of maybe doing like an every other year sort of thing. I followed so many drag queens. I follow so many of them. I am so sad too because I really wanted to meet Deer because one of our mutual friends knows Deer and she was going to introduce us and we didn't get to meet Deer either. It's so fine. I feel okay. Everything's fine. The reaction was so good. Luckily it's on Twitch, so I'm sure the VOD. Yeah, I think the VOD is somewhere. In fact, last year we watched the drag show being broadcasted live because we weren't actually at the con. And so that's why we wanted to go so bad this year. I sat on the floor in the back for the drag show. Liz, I wish I would have done that, honestly, now. Hi, EDU. Good to see you. Welcome in. I had to keep remembering to introduce myself. Yeah, like, even if people came up to me, sometimes I'd be like, I'm Tunga, and they'd be like, yeah, I know. And I'd be like, sorry. It's just like, I feel like I need to do it. I feel like it's a habit I need to have now. I'm so happy for all my friends that had a good time, but I do have to be honest, all the FOMO evaporated after hearing about the incidents that happened. Yeah, totally, Christian. I don't know if I'd personally go, but if anything, I'd probably just try to meet up with some friends. So I will say I did not feel unsafe on the first day of the con. The second day of the con, I did feel significantly more unsafe, just purely because I don't think that the security did a good enough job vetting bags. The very first time I went in to like get my badge, which by the way, if you haven't seen what they look like, this is what they look like this year. They're kind of fancy. There's my QR code to follow me that I had on there. But when you pick up your bag, you still have to go through security. The very first time I went through security, they were very thorough. Like they even opened my wallet to check in my wallet. So whoever that guy was, this is not about you, that guy. You did a fantastic job. But on the second day, I actually just tweeted about this. The second day I went in, the guy ahead of me didn't have a wristband on, didn't have a badge on, and had a full-sized backpack, which all backpacks were prohibited. And, oh, wait, what happened? Why are we owing? What happened? What did I do? But he didn't have his backpack like looked at thoroughly, and like they weren't supposed to let any backpacks in. So the second day I was like, after seeing that, I was like, oh, so we're really not checking bags at all, are we? Anyone could have anything. So that freaked me out quite a bit. And then of course we heard about what happened to poor Emaru. And that was freaky. Like I'm nowhere on that scale, right? But it's still like freaky to hear about. And I like heard about all these people who their stalkers were following them. And I was like, okay, this is actually kind of scary, but I still went and I still had a good time. Miss Pookie. Oh my God. Wait, it's Miss Spooky. That's what you told me how to pronounce it even, and I mispronounced it. I'm so sorry. Y'all, this is another friend we met at TwitchCon. Let me give you a little shout out. Y'all, we met Miss Spooky at the horror meetup. We went to the horror meetup, and you were in the most gorgeous cosplay, and it was so lovely to meet you. You were like one of my favorite new people that I got to meet this weekend. It was so cool. But yes, please go and check out our brand new friend, Miss Spooky. Super, super lovely to talk to. Plays a lot of different stuff. And also horror games, obviously. How do you like Little Nightmares 3? I'm playing it next week. But I've heard some mixed things, but I hope that it is good at the very least. Is that the Tom Scoop? Stop it right now. Is that the Tom Scoop in my Twitch chat? Thank you so much for the 8 months, Tom. Thank you. What the heck?
Welcome,
Thank
BCK.
you.
I hope you had the most amazing time. Loved all the pictures you shared. It all
Thank
looked
you,
like so
Tom.
much fun. I'm glad you got to go.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun. I am exhausted. And I learned a lot of very important lessons for next year. Thank you so much for the 8 months. I really, really appreciate it. Someone was at the block party in one of the bars without a wristband, and we're like, Yeah, so allegedly you could like jump this barricade to get into the block party. Security was shit from what I heard. Yeah, I literally only felt like my bag was properly looked through one single time, and I think I entered maybe 4 to 5 times total. We got weird vibes from people asking if we had +1s available for another person's meet and greet. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, Shannon. Ooh, that would freak me out. Hi, Vacant Guy. How are you? How have you been? How's your weekend? Tell me everything if you feel like sharing. It was lovely meeting you. You all were so sweet. It was so cool. And we met in line, too. There was a really long line to get in. I hope you had a great time. I hope you had a great TwitchCon. It's so nice to be back. I'm sure you agree. I do miss my friends, though, I will say. Also, I diva down. I lost another press on. I got through TSA at my airport, and this nail fell off. I had nail glue, and I glued it back on. But then this nail fell off on the way back home, and my nail glue exploded in my bag. So all my shit is covered in nail glue now. Luckily, none of it had to be thrown away, but oh my God, it really pissed me off. So yeah, she's gone. She's gone for good, I think. I know a lot of people were largely complaining about the IRL streamers. Yeah, I personally didn't have a problem with the IRL streamers, but I was not bothered by any IRL streamers, right? So I understand people who were bothered that like really were upset by it, right? Like just because I'm not bothered does not mean that like other people are not allowed to be upset and bothered, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense, but just because like it wasn't something that really ruined the con for me does not mean that someone else is not valid for being like, hey, we need to crack down on this because it really sucked. So I have seen Twitter going nuts about that, Christian. Like one of the only things I saw on Twitter yesterday was about IRL streamers. It's the president. If it sets off, they can just walk. Yeah, it's a president. Precedent, excuse me. I can't read. Precedent, it says if they can just walk up to Emery and grab her and then walk away. Yeah. And they just like walked out of TwitchCon. I think eventually got arrested, but like I also watched a clip of Emeru talking, and the guy who actually pushed the creepy dude away was her security. So it wasn't even TwitchCon security that was like helping her out. So the guy who pushed the guy away was her security, and the lady that came up and like grabbed her and escorted her off was her manager. So like, where were you, TwitchCon security? What happened? Even if we did have the registration for those people, we weren't going to let them in. Yeah, no. Some like random people you don't even know. Like, luckily we were there for someone else. Oh my gosh, that's good. I feel like even getting asked that, like not knowing how they're going to react if you tell them no to is also scary. My weekend was all right. We kept busy at work. I hope work went well. I hope everyone was very kind. She's effectively the biggest target at the con and you couldn't protect her. Yeah, that's crazy to me, Viz. I agree. Diva down! I was disappointed with TwitchCon security and TSA. I was very surprised at TSA Nebulous as well. Not mine because I kind of knew what my TSA is like, but like San Diego's TSA was kind of wild too. Like, I don't know. I also know that they're not being paid right now. So I don't know if they're just kind of like, eh. Commercial break just says Twitch commercial break in progress. No actual ad. I've been blacklisted from playing ads. I don't know. The perils of carrying nail glue around. It's horrible, Dusty. I think I just did this set a little bit too early. Finding Mbop's nails 6 hours later in the community meetup room was crazy. I can't believe y'all found it, actually. LN3 is great if you try to think of more of it more as a spin-off, honestly. Someone described it as Little Nightmares 1 and 2 plot put into ChatGPT and told it to add co-op, and now I can't unsee it. Overall, not bad, but I'll probably still play the chapters releasing this next year. Okay, that's good to hear because I was like, I hope I'm not wasting any money. I'm still gonna play it because I really loved the first two, but that's really good to know. Thank you, Miss Spooky. That's exactly how I felt too, Tonga. You can't trust anybody. Like, really, you can't. Also, hi, Critter. It's really good to see you. Bullet! Hi! Bullet! Y'all, meeting Bullet was one of my favorite meeting another streamer interactions. Bullet is so incredibly sweet and kind in person, you guys. I already knew you would be, Bullet, but I was, like, even more in awe. I was like, wow, Bullet really is just, like, the nicest human being on this planet. Streamer I follow got in quite a situation following IRL streamers. 5 million people saw this stuff involving her. Oh no. Bacon Guy, that's horrible. I definitely didn't have an issue with walking a few people back to their hotel, but the fact that we had to do it this year, yes. I know of a couple of people who were either being followed or some really like creepy shit was happening to them. And it was very like jarring, especially because it was like people that I would consider like small to mid-sized streamers, not like Emaru, right? Like Emaru, unfortunately, if something like that happens, you're like, okay, they're a big streamer, like they're exposed to more people, but like you really don't expect it to happen to like mid-sized and smaller creators, but it does. And that to me is really freaky, really, really freaky. I learned today that apparently staff threw away all the gifts given. I heard that as well, Cinery. I don't know much about that situation, so I probably won't like say much about it, but I did hear that as well. From what I heard, security got her banned. Yeah, I heard that her security was banned for TwitchCon like 2 years prior or something like that, for like intervening with some creepy thing that happened. I wasn't there, but I've worked big events similar to this. I used to work in pro sports media. Been around many meet and greet type events, and I can rant all day about the security concerns. Yeah, I feel like I understand that like you're going through so many people that like you kind of want to make sure the line keeps moving and stuff like that. But like at a certain point, I would rather wait twice as long at the entry than feel unsafe about someone's bag not being properly checked or something like that, right? Like, not Bullet Hammer? Wait. I mean, thank you for the totally anonymous follow. Tuesday isn't getting paid right now. Exactly, Liz. I'm like, I kind of understand if they're like not showing up for their job the way that they're, the way that they normally would be. What broke my heart is how apparently all the gifts from the VTubers got thrown away. Yeah, I heard that on Twitter. I haven't heard a lot about it still. 3 of the biggest names among women on TwitchCon. Wow. Twitch canceled. Yeah, I heard that too, Tom. Yeah, and I don't blame them at all. It's crazy that those people were, they were literally her hired security, not even TwitchCon security. On a side note, I love this song. Thank you, Christian. Me too. I brought my mates with me. Some were controlled substances, and TSA and TwitchCon security just saw them. We're like, cool. Dude's got a ton of pills, not checking labels or matching names now. Interesting. Nebulous, I had 2 prescriptions with me as well. But I don't think you could tell either of them were prescriptions. So none of my labels were checked either. I didn't bring them into the con though either. I noticed that you said about checking bags. He could have easily brought a knife. Yeah, see, that's what everyone is saying, which God forbid that ever happens because that's awful. Awful. This is a Bullet Hammer fan account. Yeah, we are all Bullet Hammer fans now. This is the number 1 Bullet Hammer waiting room. Bullet, when do you go live? When do you go live? Because we're definitely raiding. You're too sweet. Thank you. It's amazing to get to meet you in person. I'm so happy I got to meet you in person too. Because it was random too. That was like one of the other cool things is just like finding all these people that I randomly ran into. The very first night we were there, we went to this bar and Brent picked out the bar. And we were there for like maybe an hour. And then all of a sudden, all these like big streamers start coming in, all these like big names, like allegedly Extra Emily was there. And then Dan Clancy, the CEO, showed up and a whole bunch of other streamers started coming in. And it was just like, what is happening? Like, did we just magically pick the bar that every streamer was coming to? Because like as the partner party ended, all of the streamers started coming to this bar. I did not go to the partner party. I ended up getting caught up at dinner with my friends, and then I missed picking up my badge, so I ended up not going to the partner party. But I had a lot of fun with my friends, even though I didn't get to go. It was said that her security was banned for assault for pushing the guy away. Critter there. Oh, for this one as well. The story that I heard was like 2 years ago. A guy was following her around, and her security at the time stopped that guy physically, and then they got banned. It was like 2 years prior. I don't know. It might not be the same one. Bullet, thank you so much for the 6 months. That's illegal. That's not allowed. Banned. Immediate ban. Bullet, thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you for the 6 months. You guys, Bullet also gave me this really sweet gift. I'll have to go and grab it in a second, but I still have it and it's really cute. I might actually swap the key out and put the key on my real computer because I love it so much. I always never mind waiting for bag checks. Yeah, me too. I'm the one that opens every single zipper on my bag, etc. Like, I literally want them to check myself. I'm like, yeah, there's a pocket under there. Like, the guy who checked me the very first time was like, can I open your wallet? I was like, absolutely, you can open my wallet. That's no problem at all. It's not like he was like taking my ID out or anything. He just like looked inside of it, right? Do VTubers attend? Corto, yes. So some VTubers attended in person. either with or without like a mask on, and then some of them had these little like robots. I don't know what exactly they're called, but they're kind of like screens on wheels, which I thought were like actually kind of cool, that I think that they could control and drive around. And then some others hired somebody to wear a screen on their chest and have them walk around. So VTubers did go to TwitchCon in one of those ways. I'm glad you mostly, also thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm glad you mostly had a good experience overall, because I know how excited you've been for this. How many streamer friends did you end up meeting? If I had to guess, I would say it was probably close to 25 to 30 of the streamer friends, of streamers that I got to meet. There were a couple big ones that I did not get to meet. Like I did not get to meet Maru this year because I did not go to the third day. And I'm really sad I didn't get to meet Maru, but there's a couple others I didn't get to meet either. But I would say like 25 to 30 if I had to like guess it and not count. I didn't mean to see this as a solution to fix all. It's bare minimum, but as long as even long tables to separate the creators from the fans creates an extra barrier. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's really weird too because I don't know. It just like, I feel like it was set up in a way that was just like maybe made for only streamers at TwitchCon. Like the security in my mind, I feel like was set up for only streamers and no like community members, if that makes sense, right? So like I feel like if it had only been streamers at the con, the security level I still think was too low, but it probably would have been more comfortable. But I think because of the fact that like these big streamers like Emaru were there and like community members were there, and like unfortunately there is like a danger when that happens, I feel like the security was like really bad, and like everything was set up in a way that like people could just like walk it anywhere they wanted to. They could just like do anything they wanted to. It was like, I don't know. I just don't feel like things were set up properly, Tom. So I kind of agree with you there. Combined with what you said about checking bags, could have easily, yes, exactly, Cinery. Yeah, it was really bad. I thought water bottles had to be empty. Yeah, and they totally let us in with outside food and drink too at one point. The bar was iconic. Honestly, my favorite spot. Yeah, it was really fun. I had a really good time. My ears were ringing at the end though. They had a very real chance of being the last con due to lack of trust. Yeah, and they went, oh well. Viz, I would not be surprised if like a huge amount of people don't come next year. Efi, we never got to meet. Efi's another one I really wanted to meet and I never got to meet. I got to meet Crimson though. I got to meet Crimson in person. And it was really fun talking to them. But I'm so sad I didn't get to meet you. I was hoping to see you on Thursday. Yes, I didn't actually make it to the partner party. I never made it on time to pick up my badge. Because the partner party goes till 9 and the badge pickup closed at 8. And I was like driving down the street, like right, it was like 8:02. So I wasn't going to make it. So I ended up not being able to go. But it was good to see you, Efi. Partner party had some issues. You may have dodged a bullet. The streamer was safe in the end, but a drink got spiked. I did hear about that too. Hi, Lena. How are you guys? I'm so far behind you guys. I'm so sorry. Hi, Lena. Good to see you. How are you? Did you get my message? Did you get my message through Dova? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Finally, a job I can see myself doing. Hi, Kian. Good to see you. Hi, Gray Offline. How are you? Welcome on in. And Reese, I never got to meet you either. I missed you at TwitchCon this year, but I'm glad you're safe and sound. Same to you, Reese. I feel like I missed so many people. I'm really upset that I missed a lot of people that I absolutely wanted to see. I saw a VTuber robot herder guy. He had a stick and everything, so dystopian, bit cool. That is so funny. I wish I would have seen that viz. Like he was like herding all the bots so they like stayed on path to like not fall over or something. Thank you for the shouting. Of course, Kian, anytime. The creator I met stayed behind the table other than for a photo, so it was a clear boundary set. Yeah, and honestly, I'm glad that boundary is being established. Like, even if like everyone there is totally fine and safe, like you never know when there's gonna be that one person, you know? I'm just so disappointed in Twitch. I feel very sorry for Emery as well, Kian. Also overwhelmed the entire time. Next year I'll definitely be better. Efi, I learned so much. Was this your first TwitchCon, Efi? I don't remember if you went last year. But this was my first one and I learned so many lessons. One of them being next time I go, I'm going to do the Twitch stuff during the day And then all of my evenings are going to be for the friends. I'm not going to like try to meet up with people because that was really stressful. It was fun, but ended up being really stressful. I'm not a type A person, but when I'm on vacation, I like to like have sort of a plan so I know I'm getting the most out of my vacation. So that was really stressful for me, even though it was fun. But it was also really exhausting. So I think during the TwitchCon next year, if I go, it'll be Twitch during the days and then me and my friend time at night. And there will be very clear boundaries set there. Because that was something that I felt sad about, is that I missed out on seeing my friends as much as I wanted to see them, you know? Hi, Tubro. Good to see you. Welcome in. I know, it's so sad. I wanted to meet you so bad. I'm actually really upset. It was your first as well, so you probably also learned a lot. I strongly hope they're not optimistic that Twitch puts out a detailed list of the things that they'll do better. I doubt that they will, Tom. I doubt that they will. But we'll see. We'll see. You're talking about, yes, I went through the airport because it's good to hear you talk about it. Yeah. It was crazy. It was I feel like this was a crazy year to go to your first TwitchCon. Also, sticking to plans is really hard. I tried to do that and it made everything more stressful. Yeah. I made a spreadsheet of all the like talks I wanted to go to, and then it turns out I only ended up going to one of them because it was just like so stressful to get to them. The other thing I want to complain about, all right, and I know I complained about this before TwitchCon, I want to hang out with my fucking friends regardless of if they're a partner or not, all right? I don't care if there are some like partner exclusive things, right? But all of the events that I wanted to go to that I thought were going to be helpful and useful, not just for me as a partner, but for every Twitch streamer. Every Twitch streamer were partner exclusive. They were all in the partner lounge, and it really pissed me off. And I ended up not going to them because I was like, I would rather hang out with my friends than learn about like how to contact a brand. You know, like if I need to learn that, I'll Google it, right? But I felt really frustrated that I was not able to do some of the stuff that I wanted to do because I chose to spend the time with the people that I traveled there to see. And I understand as well that like, yes, the partner lounge is a place that like famous people can escape from like the crazy, hectic, whatever, right? But like, it was very frustrating how exclusivity prevented a lot of knowledge that I feel like is very important from being spread to everybody on Twitch, especially since Twitch as a company is not profitable. A lot of people are getting burned out. A lot of people are quitting right now because of what's happening with numbers and stuff like that. And so seeing like the very clear divide between like, oh, well, this is like an exclusive event, like the professionals are talking at, so it's only going to be for the partners. That really pissed me off. It really upset me a lot. And I think most of the people I talked to, including other partners, agreed with me. Because it just feels icky. It feels icky. Like it doesn't make sense to me that you would not want your entire base of streamers to be able to grow and improve regardless of their viewer count. It just does not make sense to me. So thank you for letting me complain about that for a second. Fire everyone, sent a few people to prison. I mean, Sue, I would not be surprised. I'd not be surprised if there was like a clause in her contract, Viz, that prevents her from suing. It was much easier to coordinate a meetup if we had a mutual place to hang out, like a bar. Yeah, totally dirt. Yeah. Something to people to keep track of, or if you're not used to how the space is like, yeah, totally. 50,000 steps. I wonder what my total was. I'm curious. I only went the 2 days. So, but let me see if I can find it really fast. Because I know the first day was like 20,000. And the second day was not as much. Where the fuck is my heart app? There you are. We'll look real fast. An example of why pseudo-famous people are in the most danger, a lot of security measures that exist at conventions are because celebrities, yeah, the celebrities have money as well to like hire their own security and stuff like that too. Stop the snobbery. All the ones I want to go do for partners only. Yeah, it was very frustrating. And I felt really angry about it. I thought it was just the partner party. No, it was like a whole bunch of the talks that were like actual, like, don't get me wrong. I think that there's a lot to be learned from the panels that are put on by other streamers, but a lot of the ones that were in the partner lounge were like professionals, right? It was like businesses, like business professionals that I feel like really knew what they're talking about and could have been really beneficial for everybody. They were like exclusive to the partners, which I thought was really stupid. Okay, browse activity. I've only done 284 steps today. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, so day 1 was okay. Let me calculator. Hold on. Calculator. Sorry, I'm gonna get behind in chat again. I'm really shitty at reading chat today. Okay, 19,434 steps first day. Second day was 12,907, and then third day I didn't actually go to the con, but I'm gonna count it. Was 5,283. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. So I took a total of 37,624 steps at TwitchCon. And that doesn't count. Okay, hold on. I'm actually going to include Thursday as well, because Thursday was the day I traveled there. So plus an additional 7,088. I walked 44,712 steps at my TwitchCon weekend. That's what I didn't like about TwitchCon. It felt like it was geared towards the partner streamers, and the affiliates got a lackluster experience. Yeah, I agree, Matcha. If there had been clear enough opportunities, but I know they've got a survey going around. Yes. Thank you, Tom, by the way. There is a survey going around. So all of this stuff, make sure you put it on the surveys. Hopefully they'll listen to the surveys, right? But like, please put it on the survey as well. Just how most people were going to see streamers. I feel like that's a whole thing. Yeah, they're also, I don't actually know of anyone personally who was just there to see other streamers, but I know that people traveled purely just to meet other streamers as well, or like the streamer that they watch the most or something like that. Also, I needed the app to actually be real on time. Yeah, and the app sucks, Liz. It's awful, and the overlap of sessions was hard to navigate. The schedule was hard to navigate. It was rough. Someone else was talking about this last night. Apparently the networking side of things was just super snobby and nasty. See, I did not actually network with like anybody this TwitchCon, which I actually felt a little bit sad about. But I was talking to another one of my friends, and she was saying that like it felt really gross. Like people would be interested in talking to you, and then they would like look you up, and all of a sudden they wouldn't be interested in talking to you anymore, that feels really icky. Hi, Samuel. Good to see you. The consensus among the group I ran with was the open to all panels and workshops were very surface level. Yes, and not super informative. That's kind of what I heard as well. Viz, I don't know if it's like, I don't know, because obviously I don't know their contract, but sometimes they'll have that little clause in there that's like, we are not held liable for blah, 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 or, whatever. I'm not sure. Unsure. I've never seen a contract like that. The block party was lit. I wanted you guys to be there so bad. So much free food and drinks. I almost wish I would have gone. Yo, thank you for the lurk. I wanted from you guys, the bar, the hangout side. I know, cool guy. I'm kind of sad we didn't go. I mean, we moved to YouTube so fast. She doesn't care. She's retired. Yeah, exactly. Viz, I would support her doing that as well. 240 steps is so valid from that whole weekend. I'm like, I'm going to sit all day in my little recliner. 30,000 steps on Friday. That's crazy. Because you were up way earlier than us too, huh, Galawalaway? Celebrities, from my experience in helping run costs, rarely have to hire their own security. It is on the onus of the convention, or sorry, I don't know how to read, Critter. Make sure things are safe. They have their own security. Yeah. No, I think you're correct about that as well, Critter. 45K is a good round number for 4 days. Yeah, I feel like that's the amount you're supposed to be getting, right? Because you're supposed to get like 10,000 a day, right? So I just walked as much as I should have, and since I'm so what's the word? Stationary. It felt like a lot. So I got to do that survey. Yeah, my review, but for sure, my review for the first time. The app was, oh my God, I didn't even know where the giveaways were. Yeah, I didn't even know there were giveaways. I felt like the best part of TwitchCon for me was going to the artist alley. Yeah, and meeting friends as well. Me too, Matcha. Me too. Hi, Magnets. Good to see you. How are you today? Welcome in. I think that might be a result of the companies. They likely only want to give talks to the partners. Yeah, which like I can understand to a point, but I'm also a firm believer that being a partner on Twitch should not give you more opportunity necessarily than affiliates, right? There are a lot of affiliates that I know personally that I feel like would really, really do a good job doing this. Some of the opportunities that partners get that affiliates don't. I streamed on Twitch for 3 years as an affiliate. I was an affiliate for 3 years before I hit partner. So I feel like I have a really good idea of like what being an affiliate is. And now I've been a partner for over a year. So I feel like I have a decent idea of what being a partner is. And the divide there, like, I basically am the same streamer, right? From where I was a year ago, when I wasn't a partner versus where I am now. And it really frustrates me that like people did not see the worth of me necessarily as an affiliate, but now that I have this little check mark next to my name, all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, sure, we'll work with you. And I feel like that bit of it to me is really icky. And it frustrates me because I want that opportunity for my friends, especially. As one of those few that the app this year is much easier to use. See, I've never used the other one's dirt, so I don't really know the difference. I made it to quite a few panels that I wanted to. That's good. See, the search bar, I used the search bar for sure. My friend got stopped at our gate last night, and the guy pretty much forced her to. Oh my God. Liz, that's awful. That's so scary. Emmy, I never responded to your message. Oh my God, Emmy, hi. I'm so sorry. I just realized. How are you? It's so good to see you. You guys, if you don't know my lovely friend, Little Buffalo Emmy, Emmy has been a near and dear friend to my heart and this channel for a very long time. And maybe is coming back to streaming soon, which is really exciting. So if you don't know my friend Emmy, please go over there, check her out. LA superficial fame obsessed stuff. Hi, C-Ren, how are you? Or is it Kren? I'm so sorry. I totally messed up your name. Good to see you, Kren. I hope you're doing well. We have to move to lurk. No worries, Tom. Enjoy your lurk. Please take care of yourself. I've gotten 10,000 steps exactly one day this year. Me too, Krista. Oh, wait, Keon. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. My brain is not working. Y'all have the same color of name, and they both start with a K. Well, I guess Krista starts with an H. How many steps are you supposed to get in this personal thing? There's no set of number. I think, like, the general amount that I heard, Critter, is, like, 10,000 a day is, like, a really good amount. But I'm not sure. I think it obviously differs. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. If I had streamer money, I'd 100% put it in bonds and just never work again. Some of my roommates are neighboring. No worries. Enjoy. Corto, please take care of yourself. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for saying hi. It's good to see you. Good night, Keon. Good to see you. Please take care of yourself. Good night. I was even in a panel where the Twitch staff member made a great point on if brands were wanting to, if brands are wanting conversation or CTR conversion or CTR smaller communities are actually better for that in trust. Yes. Versus if the brand just wants awareness. Yes, exactly, Liz. Yeah. Because that's kind of how I feel about it as well. I don't know. It's all very frustrating to me. It's like me complaining about it won't change anything, but it is very frustrating. And I do agree what you're saying, Liz. I think you're absolutely 100% correct. Also, Liz, did you get a shout out when you came in? If y'all don't know, my lovely friend Liz also is a streamer. Super, super kind human being. Fantastic streams. Very cozy. Very sweet. Is that the Sophology in my chat? Hi, Sophology. It was so good to see you at TwitchCon. Y'all, I got to meet Sophology. Funnily enough, we ran into each other at that bar I was talking about earlier. You aren't a doctor. I want a refund. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm so sorry. This is my own fault. I falsely advertised. If y'all don't know Sophology, by the way, please go over there, drop a follow. Lovely human being. I hope you had a great con. What was your favorite part? If you want to yap about it. If you don't want to yap about it, no worries. How are you, friends? Sounds like TwitchCon was a thing. It was definitely one of the cons of all times. That's for sure. I'm so sorry, Emmy. I had a good time overall. Like, overall, I had fun. I learned a lot, though, and I will not be doing certain things next year that I did this year, for sure. There's a thing, partner is not for the streamers. It's a designation given by Twitch to indicate companies that a person is worth advertising through. If you're not buying anything, you are the product, and Twitch's real product is ad space jammed, yes, into the creative labor of streams. Yeah, Cinery. I don't think you're incorrect there. I think you're actually quite accurate. How are you, Sunshine? It's so nice to meet you in person. Same to you. It was so cool. I had such a good time. I'm doing well. I'm really tired. I just got back from TwitchCon yesterday, like afternoon to evening-ish, and I'm so exhausted, but I promised everyone that I would stream 4 days this week, so we're having a very chill, just chatting stream today. I don't know how long it will be either, friends. We may hop out of here at the 2-hour mark. We'll see how yappy I'm feeling. Did you have the best weekend? I had such a good time. So if I got to meet all of my friends in person, I think the hardest bit of it for me was knowing that it was going to end, you know? And I had to say goodbye to my friends, and it's so sad that I don't live by them. But now we're planning trips to go visit everyone in their, respective states. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see them all again. Some people I got to see for the second time, like Ramiko, I'd already met. Galloway I had already met, but like some of my friends like Ernan and Bryn, I got to meet for the first time, and it was really, really cool. And it was awesome. I don't know. It's a fun time. My favorite part was definitely hanging out with everyone and enjoying our time out. Yes, 100% same. And then the con-wise, the Ask an Ambassador speech and networking type panel was really great. I wish I would have gone to that. The only panel I ended up actually making it to was the Q&A with Dan Clancy. That was the only one I ended up making it to. And I wanted to go to so many, but I just couldn't. I couldn't make it for one reason or another. Did you at least eat something good in San Diego? They have insane Mexican food. Did I eat something good in San Diego? The second night, we went to this like local restaurant that kind of had like a mix of. I unfortunately did not get to have any Mexican food, which I actually really feel sad about. Yeah. So my 3 dinners, you guys. I went to Spaghetti Factory on the first night. To meet up with a bunch of buddies, and then the second night we went to I don't remember what it was called, but it was like this local place with like a bunch of beers on tap, and it was kind of like American fusion with a whole bunch of other stuff, and it was good. That was probably my favorite meal food wise for sure. And I got a really good spiked kombucha there as well. It was tasty. And then the third night we ordered room service and we had hotel pizza. So I didn't even really get to go to any like super like, you know, outstanding restaurants or anything like that. But it was fun. I had a good time. I didn't actually eat any tacos while I was there though, which bad tonga. If you end up in Southern California again, definitely let me know. You're welcome here anytime. I really appreciate it, Emmy. I definitely will. Yard House? No, it was something else. It was a really bizarre name, honestly. I don't remember. But it was good. It was really tasty. That was definitely my favorite dinner. I'm lurking, by the way. No worries, Lena. I hope you enjoy your lurk. Please take care of yourself. The hotel pizza was like actually fairly good. Rumiko, did you like the hotel pizza? No tacos in San Diego, a crime. I know, and I really regret it too. I really regret it. On our way back from the party that we were at on Sunday night, that we were at briefly, the Uber driver was like, "You have to try this taco place," and we're like, "We leave tomorrow morning. We leave tomorrow morning. We can't. We can't." At least there were. Oh my God, yeah. No one broke their back in the foam pit. There was no foam pit as far as I saw. We did play a little bit of Magic the Gathering. Since my husband was with me, I wanted to make sure he got to do something fun. So we played a little MTG. It was really fun. We gambled. I got my golden greedy goose. We gambled on pins, I should say. We didn't gamble, but I got my little golden greedy goose, and I'm trying to think of what other like activities we did. I mostly did a lot of walking at the con. It was a lot of walking around and a lot of running into people. And that was like basically my whole con. Next time for sure. Also, I realized we never got a picture together, did we? Or did we? I don't remember. Sophology, I never got a picture. Maybe someone did. The pizza was pretty good. And the tacos from Taco El Gordo, not sponsored, were also heat. I heard that place is really good. I heard that place is really, really good. Hi, Ed Noctum. Good to see you. It was so good to meet you. It was so lovely to have you next to me in person, which was so crazy. I hope you had a very safe travel back to your state. The ad, y'all, if you don't know my friend Ad Noctum either, please go over there, drop a follow. Super, super lovely to meet you in person, seriously. Magic is so cool. Tell my mans I'm hitting him up on Discord. Just loved meeting you guys. Cool guy is hitting you up on Discord, Mr. Bunga. He's sitting right next to me. He's nodding his head. I was going to drive down on Saturday in hopes of being able to meet you guys, but the freeway is shut down. No, that's so upsetting. I felt so bad for all of my friends who lived in LA who had to drive up. I heard horror stories about the drive. Like 3 hours of nonstop bumper to bumper traffic is what I heard. I don't think we did. I was just wondering that also. I don't think we did. There's so many people I missed getting pictures with. Hi, Brock the Rock. Welcome in. This is also my first con. Did anyone have, how do you pronounce that? Is it Tajima Ramen? I didn't. Clearly I didn't because I don't know how to say it. That sounds so delicious though. I love ramen. Did you enjoy your first con? I'd love to hear about your experience as well. My rating, if I had to rate this con, I would rate the con itself like a 4 out of 10. I'd rate the trip higher, all right? I would rate the trip probably a 7 out of 10, but I would rate the con itself like a 4 out of 10. But I think part of that was just the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing, you know? Big stretch, Appa. Did anyone else give Appa a treat or I don't... Oh. Whoops. I said the word. Now I gotta do it. Now I gotta... If anyone is new here, by the way, this is my dog, Appa. He's a good boy. He gets treats every time we're raided. The way his head whipped around, I know. We also have a redeem. We also have a treat for Appa redeem. Oh, I see how it is, Ramiko. I see how it is, eh? I did have one community member who I'd met before came down via train on Saturday. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, if you can take any time there's a train, I feel like that's the way to go. I'm just getting about, you got in about 5 hours ago? Because of how my flights worked, I'm unfortunately getting a little cough and sore throat. So I'm like, surely it's just dry air from the plane, right? Have my COVID and flu booster, so I hope, oh my God, fingers are crossed from you, or for you, excuse me. I do have a very dry throat today. I don't believe I'm getting sick though, because it has felt like this for the past like 3 days, and I don't feel sick. I think I just really strained my voice over the weekend. Next time there's a TwitchCon, don't buy a ticket. Just go to the city and tell the people you care about where to meet you. That's honestly kind of what I'm thinking about doing, Critter. Or like going one day. If I had to pick a day to go, I'd probably go Saturday. Dova showed me the photo of him and you in the height difference. Yeah, I'm really short. You know what else is really funny, you guys? Every time I met somebody, they're like, oh my God, Tunga, I was looking for someone tall. I missed walking by you because you're so short. I thought you were going to be tall. And every time I'm like, yeah, I know. I hear that a lot. And I feel so sad that I'm not tall. I think I gave the con a 5.5 out of 10 based on the value it added outside of the people I got to meet. Yeah. I feel like I really don't feel like I took away a lot from the con itself. I don't feel like I learned anything new, except that I need to express more clear boundaries in the future. And I don't think I like really, I don't know if the con was worth the $300 I paid to go to it, or like $250 or whatever. You give 6 foot energy. Thank you, Liz. But meeting my friends was top tier, and I would definitely go back to San Diego just to hang out with my friends if they're going to TwitchCon. But I would probably spend the weekend going like to the zoo or like going whale. I had a friend that went whale watching, and they saw a pod of like 1,000 dolphins, and they got mugged. It's called getting mugged by the whale, because it came up so close to them. So I feel like I much would rather do stuff like that and then maybe go to the con one day, you know? Hi, Jester. Good to see you. How you doing today? Welcome on in. How you doing? Jester, I got to meet Stream. I have a picture with the Stream. It was so cool. I was having right before I had lunch, I guess, at some tables, and Stream came up and said hi. Hi, Redhead Venom, good to see you. And I got a picture with Stream too, and she's so lovely and amazing in person as well. Like, do you know how like sometimes you're afraid that like someone is gonna be like different than they are online? Stream is like the person that is exactly the same in person as she is online. Just like the sweetest human being I've ever met. I thought, same. I figured I was the shortest and you're going to be even tinier. We were about the same height, I think. I think you maybe were even a little bit taller than me. Now I don't remember. I don't remember now, but yes. Spiffany was way taller than I thought. Spiffany is like model. I couldn't believe it. Like, oh my goodness. I knew that Spiffany was gorgeous. I just didn't realize that Spiffany was that tall. So many tall female Twitch streamers, apparently. There's a lot of tall people. Well, everyone is tall to me. Literally every single person is tall to me. I thought you were tall too, but it was great to see eye to eye as a short king. Yeah, right? I agree. I don't know. I wish I would have known going in. And I think I maybe like could have had better expectations. The price of tickets were insane. We will only do one day if we ever go back. Yeah, me too. Me too. San Diego is a nice city too. I hear it's less crowded and expensive off the con. That's what I hear too, Ad. I hear that as well. And I really liked it. I thought it was beautiful. I had a great time like walking around. And my favorite thing was how walkable everything was. Like everything I wanted to go to was like all close. It was all close. I went with my female friends who were 4'10" identical twins, and it gave a lot of weird attention to be with. But anytime I was further away than 10 feet, creepy guys would come up to them. I don't mind playing bodyguard, but the convention seemed like it had no security. Yeah, Brock the Rock. I agree. I don't think the security is up to par as well. That's also so scary for your friends. I'm sure they felt very, very happy to have you there. And thank you so much for protecting your friends, because one of my friends as well was unfortunately followed. Really, really horrible. Selfless plug, but it was so great meeting you guys. Thank you so much for being a great person, new streamer, since I just retired from Army, and it was unreal meeting you, and I'm going to spam you on Discord to talk more. Absolutely. Please do. I'd love to help you get into the streaming world. I know it's really jarring and like scary to get into. And I have a lot of wisdoms to give as well. Like I have a lot. I've been doing it for 4 years. So anytime anyone ever wants any sort of like advice, I will always give advice, even unsolicited. Is that the Courtney Quarantine? It was so nice to meet you, Courtney. I had so much fun. Y'all, I got to meet Courtney in person. Another one of those people that is just absolutely 100% just as lovely in person as they are online. I hope that you had such a good con. I hope that you're back home safe now and you're resting. I know that it was a crazy weekend for you too. I'm curious, if you had to rate the con, like just the con bit out of 10, what would you give it? I gave it a 4 out of 10. Because I didn't think I really like learned anything. I don't really feel like I took anything away from the con itself. Other than maybe a sickness. We'll see. But meeting people, the like meeting people bit of it was like amazing. I love San Diego. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I just realized I don't have any water here, Jester, so I'm going to scam you out of your points. I'm so sorry. I love San Diego, would absolutely live there. If I could, but I don't have the money to do so. It seems like one of those cities that would be like $1 million bazillion dollars. I've always been happy hanging out at 5'5", 10 out of 10. Say I'm 5'4". If I had that extra inch cred, then we would be the same. Everyone has told me to. I'm only 5'10". Bramble, I want to meet you in person. We can walk around being short people together. I'm sorry that overall you had a 4 out of 10 experience. I'm glad you had a better time with friends down in San Diego, though. I just feel like it was for the amount of money I paid. Like, I feel like I wish I would have learned more, you know? What would you give it, Miss Spooky? I will say I really loved meeting new people, though. Like, meeting people I already, like, knew from the community, and meeting other streamers was definitely my favorite part. Like, if I could have that bit for like half the price, I would do it in a heartbeat. You bless me with the wisdom. I will. I have so much wisdom to bestow. You angel, wishing you the best. I know everything was wild. Same to you, Courtney. It was just like everything went by so quickly as well. It was just so crazy. The majority of panels are very surface level, which is unfortunate considering how many they offer. Yeah, that's what I heard. I really only went to half of one the whole time because my friends went to one panel and I went to another panel at the same time. And we both kind of like reconvened after and we're like, it's not it. That's not it. That's not why we don't want to do that anymore. We're done. Other than maybe a sickness. I know. Selena. And I got some fun pictures with friends too. Hi, Tiger. Good to see you. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Salawallaway. Yeah, meeting people, infinity out of 10, but the con could use some work. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that as well, Courtney. Yeah, meeting people was the most fun. I had so much fun with my friends. Oh, my heart is broken that they live so far away from me, and I literally will never get to see them until next TwitchCon, or if we actually plan a trip together, which we'll see. But you guys want to see my makeup haul that I got? I brought all my makeup out because I was like, oh, what do I have to show off from TwitchCon? My Ulta haul. That's all I have to show off from TwitchCon. Look at Appa. Oh my god, that was so cute. I love you so much. I love him dearly. We took a trip to Ulta. But this was, you guys, I got this full-size palette at TwitchCon. I got this full-size Trixie Mattel palette at TwitchCon, which is crazy. I promise I won't go over all of it, but I just wanted something to show. I wanted something to show besides my gritty goose. I'm glad I'm more of talking to people at TwitchCon for sure learned more from just even you was more impactful on me. You guys got real knowledge so much better than the panels, honestly. See, that's kind of like what I went into it knowing that like not every panel was going to be helpful for me just because of the like pure amount of time that I've been streaming. Like I feel like the experiences I've had on TwitchCon, on Twitch are probably more informative for me than like a panel would be. I feel like a lot of the panels were maybe aimed more towards brand new streamers, which is fine. But you know, it makes it a little tricky when you're like going there and you're trying to learn something. I feel like I was running around like crazy. I only went for one day, so I don't know if I can fully rate it. I met a lot of great people, including you and your lovely group. Maybe for what I did, 6 out of 10, but I don't really think I experienced a full con. I did attend panels, and although there were small nuggets of info that resonated with me, I think I could have used that time doing other things. Yeah, that's like the general consensus I've been hearing, Miss Spooky. Okay, sorry, I just got lost. To be honest, the panels I've seen over the past couple of years could probably be made into presentations with presentations or virtual creator camps for smaller streamers. Yeah, I really like that idea, actually. I really like that idea. They just don't have the substance to be worth the trip. Yeah. Can you open this for me? My fingernails won't let me do it. It's okay if you rip it. I just like can't get it open. I agree, Ad. Does Appa use the makeup? He does. He does, actually. He loves makeup. You know what's really funny, Kren? Actually, when I'm combing my hair, Appa will come over. He does not like it when I comb my hair. We'll see if he's really exhausted. He might not do it right now. When I comb my hair, he will like get angry at me and want me to comb him instead. Oh, did I scare you? I'm sorry. He loves getting a brush in though. He really does. He's a good boy. But sometimes when I'm like putting on blush or something, I'll like take my brush and I'll just like brush his head with it. And he really likes that. Meeting online friends and hanging out outside the con was the best part. Unfortunately, some streamer university people were part of our group at one point. Lots of, yeah, sticking camera in your face. Yeah, that's really hard. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Eddie. What the heck? Thank you. And then ignoring you because they can't social climb off you. Even other non-SU partners weren't good enough. That's really hard. I only know one person who went to streamer university, and I think she is an absolute gem. If y'all don't know Paige, Paige is super cool. But that was something that I kind of heard from other people as well, is that it just felt very, I like, not necessarily like clout chasing, but it felt like people were not interested in like forming any sort of like actual connections, and they kind of just wanted like to like climb, if that makes, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I know what you're trying to say. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Hi Ash, good to see you. Yes, I think we're already out. I saw you on Apothic's Instagram. You ain't slick bunker. Hi, visual novel guy. Yes, I got to meet Becca in person, and they are just as cool as I thought they'd be. I stumbled upon them actually. I stumbled upon Kmerkel and Apothic. They were having lunch or hang out at a table or something. I got to take a picture of both of them, and they're both so incredible. So incredible. I want to show you the inside of my palette. Look at how fun these colors are, you guys. This was free. I got this for free, which I didn't really get it for free because I paid $250 to get into the con. Look at how funny my face looks from this angle. Anyway, they're fun. I like them. Fun little Trixie Mattel palette I got from TwitchCon. And then I also got a lip gloss and a highlighter, but I gave them both away. I went all 3 days. It's so much planning. If you really want to get into any events, yeah, exactly. And want them all going at the same time. Yeah, they're all happening at the exact same time too. I think I'd want to encourage first time people to go 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like you had a good time then, like a really good time. That's who I know. I love Paige. Okay, perfect. That must be how you found me then. We must know each other maybe through Paige. And Bingo sang on their LA subathon. Your Bingo Wing Gals friend. I know who that is. I've never talked to them, but I do know who that is. That's so cool. Oh, that's so fun. Paige and Andy were so nice. We really wanted to get to spend time with them off stream. That's the other thing. It's so hard to like get to hang out with everyone that you want to hang out with too. Time is just so short, you know? It's so pretty. I can't tell. I'm colorblind. Visual novel guy, I will tell you what colors they are. This is like a sort of like a baby pink. We got like a nice light blue. It's like a orangey brown, a slightly more beige brown, hot pink, like an orangey pink, like a orangey rusty red color. This is like a mauve brown. This is like a really pretty purpley, bluish green shimmer. And then a brown shimmer. How fun. Also, there's an ad playing. I'm so sorry, you guys. We wanted to get tacos with Paige and Andy. And then more streamer people you people came with. Yeah, and then he had 4 cameras pointing at us. I hate that. That's awful. There's only one time an IRL streamer actually came up to us. We were all sitting at a table. And I don't know who this is, all right? So please excuse me, I don't know who this is. But some guy who I guess used to be on Love Island came up to us and asked us where the Riot booth was. And I think that they were trolling, right? But we were with Beef, and Beef was like, oh my God, I know who you are. And like, I read your book and they did you dirty. So Beef knew who they were. I don't know who it was. They were apparently on Love Island at some point. And if you tell me the name, I probably won't be able to say who it was because I don't know. They didn't actually introduce themselves or anything like that either. Hi Neilio, how are you? It looked like TwitchCon was so fun. I had a really good time, Neilio. I'm actually kind of sad it's over. I'm really sad that I had to leave all my friends. I was giving away my palettes the first 2 years, and then they just throw the stuff at you. Wait, they do at drag makeup events. I don't use them. Oh my god, that's so nice of you for giving them away. Sometimes I'm like, I love makeup, but I am not adventurous enough with makeup to like really use this to its full potential. So I'm like, maybe I should give all mine away too. But I ended up keeping the palette because I actually needed a new eyeshadow palette. First timer, being kind of a people person, I think TwitchCon was for those types of people. Yeah, I think you're right. I do think you're correct. Pretty autumn. They are really good autumn colors, aren't they? Who was it? I don't know. I don't know who it was. Jeremiah. Wait, let me see if I can look up who the. Wait, I might have a picture actually. Do 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 do. Where was the screenshot posted? Sorry, I'm also in like a bazillion TwitchCon channels right now. Oh, it was just our reaction. I don't know. I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. And there's a screenshot from there. Oh, it is Jeremiah. It is Jeremiah. Okay, yeah, you're right. It is Jeremiah. Beef sent a screenshot and it was like, us recognizing Jeremiah. Okay, yeah, it was Jeremiah. So Jeremiah came up to us. And I felt like he was fine. He was fine. Thank you for the hydrate, Neilio. I'm scamming you. I don't have water. I really should go get some. The only IRL streams I had a problem with were the ones that had the clear disrespect for the space and the people around them. Yeah. I saw one where this guy was walking around ripping people's shirts off. Like, he would, like, take their shirts and just go, yeah. I actually do know him from Love Island. Yeah, he was on Love Island. That's all I know. It's very sad that you have to go back just... Yeah, to seeing them through a screen. It's so hard, Brock. It's so hard. It makes me, like, want to cry real tears. I actually sobbed when Ern left us. Like, when we parted ways at the airport, I was like, my friend. And Ern lives in Canada, too, so it's not like I can just make a quick trip up to Canada. Barcardum!
Hunga. You forgot to leave food and crumbs for Lenati Corner and Mod Basement.
Oh, no.
Do not believe the rumors that some people have had bites taken out of them. Just think of it as light nibbles.
I'm sorry, Barcard. I'm surprised y'all survived 3 days without water or food. I'm so sorry, Barcardum. Next time, I will make sure Le Nautical Nea is stocked up before I leave. I'm so sorry. Also, hi, Barcardum. Good to see you. I just found an Outer Wilds mouse pad. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Have you played much of Outer Wilds? Is there a second one? Or am I thinking of a different game? I hope you can get it, though. That sounds so fun. Back when Darian was streaming in Sydney IRL, they had a JBL. What does that mean? And we kept redeeming weird blurps and channel points on it. What does that mean? Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It's okay. I'd gladly be scammed by a Tonga. Well, you are. You are being scammed. Hi, Spirit. Y'all, I also just met Spirit at the TwitchCon event. I met Spirit like a couple of days before TwitchCon. But I got to actually meet Spirit at TwitchCon. We kind of hung out a little bit. It's good to see you. How are you? How was your trip back? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are feeling much more recovered and ready to get back at the content creation grind. I'd be so upset if someone touched me in a way like that, ripping my shirt off. Yeah. I mean, also, like, who brings an extra shirt around with them, right? So he'd, like, ripped this shirt off this guy, and then, like, he was walking around with no shirt on. So what are you gonna do? Someone just ripped my shirt. Like, I'd honestly go right to security if someone did that to me. Like, right. Like, obviously, I've got booba, so I feel like that's even worse. But, like, if they did it to, like, say my husband, I'd go right to security. I'd be like, hey, you gotta get this guy out of here. He's, like, actually assaulting people. Because that's assault. And was just streaming it, walking around, you know. Hi, Nars, good to meet you. It was nice knowing you had fun. Sorry you didn't meet. Oh, sorry I didn't meet you, but all good. I sent my lurker spirit to haunt everyone. I hope you felt the lurking eyes. I did. Nice. I thought I saw someone peeking at me from inside the hotel walls. I thought I saw someone. It's good to see you, Nice. I hope you're doing well. I beat the game a few times. I got the DLC this morning. I hope you love the DLC. Oh, a speaker. Thank you. I didn't know what that was at first. Facts, the trip was so good and still recovering. Thank you for shout out. Of course, thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. I'm both happy and sad that it's over. Of course, I'm happy I saw Appa again. He's here with me and I missed him so much. I missed him so much. No, I like to see my mans, but not with no shirt. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yo, I might need to go grab some water really fast. It's insane how many people film themselves committing crimes. Yeah, there's this clip going around right now, you guys. I don't know who this is. Okay, I'll be real. I don't follow or know the names of like 90% of large streamers because I just don't give a fuck. All right, I don't know. You do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anyone. I don't really give a fuck, right? So I don't know who these people are, but I saw this clip recently, like this morning, of this guy. He had like a red mohawk, if that like tells anyone who it is. But he shot a fucking firework at a group of children and one of them lost an eye. And he streamed the whole thing. Like, hello? Like, first of all, why the fuck would you do that in the first place? Second of all, you just filmed yourself committing an actual crime. And third of all, do you have morals, like, at all? Like, I don't care how entertaining you want to be for a chat, right? Whether it's like Kick or YouTube or Twitch or whatever. Like, committing a crime or just being like a god-awful person, I'll never understand it, right? I just don't understand. Like, why would you do that? It just does not make sense to me. Throughout the reality of having met so many people didn't sink until after I landed. Yeah. Spirit, are you feeling sick at all? I have like a lower voice than usual, but I think it's because I just strained my voice from too much talking. Hi, Yonder. Thank you for the lurk, my friend. Good to see you. What the fuck? He needs to be in jail. I agree. And then he justified it by being like, well, they were shooting fireworks at us. They're children. And you know what you do when a child shoots a firework at you? You either say, hey, don't do that. That's bad. You go talk to their parents or you leave. You don't shoot fireworks at children. Like, it's, do not comprehend. Like, it's awful. It's horrible. I can't believe people exist in our world that do stuff like that. I'm doing well. Traveling like that alone is always weird for me. No, I hope that it was okay. It's a weird reminder. I'm so used to living with depression that on my way back home, I feel like I could cry from not having fun, being happy and losing it. No, knives. That's what happiness is. Sad. Knives. I wish I could give you a hug. It's terrible. These people need a reality check. I agree, Spirit. All that for internet clout. Like, it's just ridiculous, honestly. Hi, Johnny. How are you? Welcome in. Oh, thank you so much for saying hi to me. I'm so glad. I'm so sorry. I kind of had to rush things because we were about to leave, but it was really good to see you. I got to see Johnny at the con, y'all, and Johnny's very lovely and amazing. Hi, Leute. Wie geht's dir heute? Willkommen. Ich heiße Tunga und mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. So tut mir leid. But welcome. Ich habe Deutsch gelernt vor 3 Jahren, aber es ist nicht gut. But welcome in. So I heard from another person, with streaming, you want to put more focus on TikTok because people are forced into your stream, kind of want to pick your brain on that. Do you multi-stream? I do not multi-stream, but that is because TikTok will ban you for anything and everything. So the reason I don't stream on TikTok, even though I do think it's a good thing overall, is that they will literally ban you for anything and everything. They will ban you for nothing on TikTok. And when you live stream, more people get banned for live streaming stuff that's allowed on Twitch that's not allowed on TikTok, one reason or another, right? Like, you swear too much, you'll get banned on TikTok. Like, you blink wrong, you get banned on TikTok. So that's the only reason I don't. If you want to multi-stream, I'd probably recommend YouTube. So something that Twitch just announced that I will be doing, they're now allowing for horizontal or vertical streaming, excuse me, right? So like, instead of this horizontal for your PC, it'll be vertical, right? So it'd be like cut off right here. And you can stream to YouTube while vertically streaming, and that may get shown up in people's shorts, like YouTube shorts and stuff like that, which I don't know about y'all, but most of my discoverability that is not on Twitch is from YouTube shorts. So I think that's a really good way. And I'm curious to see how that takes off, if it takes off. So we'll see. So I would say if you want to try it, definitely try it. But TikTok is also really finicky. They'll ban you for literally anything and everything. Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Mike Tyson, yeah, I agree. Sehr good, Dankeschön. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for lurking, Yonder. The shit I say from Les Nauticonais. would get her banned on TikTok right away. Like, we're allowed to be a little bit degen on Twitch, right? Like, we're allowed to, for example, show nudity, right? If it's like in a game and we don't focus on it, TOS states that we are allowed to have like games that show nudity. TikTok, not at all. Not at all. Even if it is built into the game, let's say like Witcher 3, right? Like, you see so many boobies in Witcher 3, and Twitch is like, that is okay as long as you are not like primarily streaming like sexual content. They're like, that's fine. Twitch, fine. TikTok, banned. So you have to like be really, really aware of that sort of stuff as well. Like, stuff that's here and is okay here is not okay there. So, hi Pixie, good to see you. I had a really good TwitchCon. I hope you had a lovely weekend. It's so good to see you again. How was your streaming over the weekend? TikTok's moderation is terrible. One random person can report as a troll and they'll ban you immediately. Exactly. I just started with the vertical streaming on YouTube, so I'll be set up. Will you let me know how it goes, Ad Noctum? Happy to help with what I've done. Yeah, I'd be really interested in getting that set up for me as well. I finally have good internet, so I can actually multi-stream if I wanted to. I've never done it before, though. I've seen a few of the vertical beta on mobile, and it's not my personal favorite. Appa is really upset right now that they're innovating. Yeah, it's not my personal favorite either. I am curious to see if it helps with discoverability, though. Yeah, mentioning that will get you banned from TikTok. Absolutely, it will. Does your whole account get banned if you're... Yes. Yeah. Like, your whole account gets banned if you get banned while streaming on TikTok, too. Hi, Mara. Welcome in. The internet is a strange place. Abraham Lincoln. I remember when he said that. He said that to me, actually. My close personal friend, Abe. I know someone who played The Kingdom Come. So much nudity. Yeah. It's really interesting what TOS allows versus not, you know? I don't know. It's very interesting. I find that Twitch as a platform in general is a lot more lenient, I guess the word would be, on what we are allowed to say and do without getting in trouble, right? And I don't think it's like too much. I think it's like just the perfect amount of what we're allowed to show and what we're not allowed to show, sort of thing. Because obviously, like, you want to moderate to a point, but I think like platforms like Kick, I think they are a little bit too liberal with what they allow, you know, a little too lenient. Where'd you learn German and how long? I learned German in my university, so I minored in German. However, I will say my German is not very good. I learned it for like 3-ish years. And I unfortunately don't have anyone to speak German with. And that unfortunately makes it a lot harder to maintain the skill. So I remember like a lot of really basic stuff. I can like talk about myself okay, but if I like got dropped in Germany right now and they're like, go crazy, I'd be like, what am I doing? How do I do this? Unless you're a VTuber, in which case Twitch will ban you for the slightest amounts of arbitrarily too much skin or for some fucking reason. Yeah, I know that VTubers have had like some issues in the past as well. My internet's been in and out for the past couple of days, which is no, Pixie, I'm so sorry. I hate it when that happens. It's crazy when that happens now too, modern day, because I know a lot of people literally rely on the internet for work as well, so it prohibits you from working as well. I feel like the majority of people, I should say, rely on the internet for work. Pixelated skin, yes. But the craziest part is that I found literal porn pics, not vids, on TikTok. When you search something totally innocent like cars or recipes and boom, yeah. No, I know that exists as well, Storm. I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, though, I'll be honest. So I've not personally seen that, but I'm sure that exists on every social platform to a certain point. Vampire Tunga from the 800s would have met Abraham and befriended him. Yeah, my close and personal friend, Abe Lincoln. I just read that. Twitch seems way more reasonable than most. Yeah. Du musst üben, die Übung macht den Meister. I'm definitely not a master. I think that's what you said, Captain Denton. Like I said, my German, really not the greatest. I'll be real. Really not the greatest. How strict are Twitch rules about what music you can have in the background? So, technically, you're not allowed to play any music that is copyrighted in the background. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, we do that. But the reason we're allowed to do that is because we actually get rid of it in our VOD. Live takedowns are a thing, but a lot of the times with DMCA takedowns, they recognize the music like in your VOD or your leftover stream recording of what you streamed that day, called a VOD. But OBS, which is the software I use, it has this like built-in feature that allows you to separate the track from your VOD. So when you're live, people can hear it. But if you go back and watch any of my previous streams, you'll notice there's no music. And the reason for that is so I can play whatever music I want to and not have to worry about my VOD getting muted or getting a DMCA takedown. So they are fairly strict about it, but not to the point where they're going through and like, you know, live banning everyone that's playing copyrighted music. I will say you have to be a lot more careful about it if you're on the front page, though. Like when you're on the front page, when I was on the front page last, prior to Taco Bell, we were on the front page for Taco Bell stuff, but I wasn't handling the music for those streams. The time I was on the front page, and it was just purely me streaming, I made sure to play like copyright-free music, so they didn't get mad at me, you know, because you want to be extra careful when there's more eyeballs on you. If you don't use it, you lose it. That happened to me with other languages I've learned. It sucks. I wish it wasn't that way because nobody I know speaks German. Literally not a single person I know in my real life speaks German. It's harder. I had a lot of practice with Spanish and living in South Florida, but then I learned some Russian, and just like that, it never comes up in daily outside life, like internet posts. Yeah. It's tough. Unless you're like living in that country or like visiting them or have family that knows that language, like it's really hard to keep it up. Dein Deutsch fast? You must practice. The practice makes the master. I knew some of those words, but not that many. There's a copyright-free music, such as NC Sounds and Stream Beats. Yeah, and then Game Chops is also a really good one. Hi, Dutchie. I missed you too. And McKatie. Hi, welcome in. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Are we getting rated right now? Welcome in, Dragon King Harris. How are you? Hi, Ezzy. Ezzy wants your tea. Ezzyverse, hi. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Tunga or Tunga Bunga or Bungus if you're feeling spicy. Welcome to my stream. We're yapping. We're talking about TwitchCon. We do have lots of tea. I'd like to hear your tea as well, Ezzy, because I see you also went to TwitchCon. So let me know how your experience was. But welcome in. We do lots of stuff around here. We yap. We play games. We do some crafting every once in a while. But mostly what we do is we praise the real streamer around these parts, my dog Appa. And whenever we get raided, he always gets a treat. So he says, thank you, Ezzyverse, for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Also, thank you so much for those follows. Welcome on in. I really appreciate it. How was your TwitchCon, Ezzy? Welcome in. Also, Bunga Bunch, if y'all do not know the lovely Ezzy, please, please, please go over there, drop a follow. Give me 1 second here to actually type. EZI. There we go. If you do not follow Ezzy, go over there, drop a follow, please. I'd really appreciate it. Fill in that lovely purple heart there. Fill in that lovely purple heart. I studied computer science. So my degree is in computer science and then my minor's in German. Thank you for the warm welcome. I went to EU. You did. I want to know, how was your EU experience though, Ezzy? Because my American experience was, it was a little, you know? Dog, that is Alpha. He's my, oh, thank you. He's my 4-year-old golden retriever. He's 3, but he's closer to 4 now. So he's a really good boy, and he is the love of my life, and he is the real streamer around these parts. But how was your stream? Please tell me everything. Please, please, please tell me all about your stream. I'd love to hear. Bunga Bunch, please, please, please go on over there and check out Ezzy as well. Let me make sure. Oh, someone got stopped for a raid message. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have been stopped for that raid message. Apparently, we're having some problems with our automod today as well. Sorry, Sky. Hi, friend. How are you doing, Dugan? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. He's pushing buttons in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear him. I love tea, not just because I'm British. I love all kinds of tea. We have multi love for tea around these parts. My EU experience is amazing. I did have a generally lovely time, and I ate and drank so much. I feel like the food there was probably like the most incredible food ever. I hope you had a great time at TwitchCon. Did you buy any fun things? I did, actually. I have all my makeup here that I bought. I didn't bring a whole lot back for me from TwitchCon for myself, but I did get this Trixie Mattel palette at TwitchCon for free, which is kind of fun. It's like a full-size palette, and the colors are really fun. So that was cool. That was a good time. But other than that, I didn't really like buy a whole lot. I'll be real. I didn't have a lot of suitcase space, which sucked. Next time I go, I'm gonna check my bag. We also got the golden gritty goose pin, which I'm really happy about. So this and then the makeup I bought was like the only things I actually brought back from TwitchCon. I had fun though. It was a good time. Tell my man he's the best button pusher in the game. I will. Thank you, cool guy. Irony is I don't love actual tea, just the yapping tea. See, that's my favorite kind of tea, but I also like regular tea. Just chilling at home, about to get some Mexican for dinner. Enjoy. That sounds lovely. I'm not really big on tea unless it's Snapples. I like Snapples. I saw Trixie was there. I was screaming. You want to know the saddest part though, Ezzy? I literally missed seeing Trixie 2 times. 2 out of 2 times I missed them. First time was like the actual drag show, and the line was so long we ended up giving up and going back to our hotel and sleeping, like taking a little nap. And then the second time, which is where I actually got this palette, they were doing like a makeup and drag event, and we waited in line, and we were like right at the cutoff, like right before we made it in, they cut us off and they're like, sorry, we're at capacity. So it's fine. I'm doing great. Makeup and geese sounds like a solid trip to me. Yeah, what else could you need, honestly? That's actually sick. Thank you, Dutchie. This dog is the love of my life, she said, sitting next to her lawfully wedded husband. Appa's the love of Mr. Bunga's life, too. We both love him so much. May I have the name of the palette, Miss Bunga? Yes, it's called Horse Girl. Horse Girl. It's really fun. I really like the colors. Oh, and here is it. A little bit more legible because this is like really cute, but it's kind of hard to read. It's called Horse Girl. Super cool. And then we also stopped and we got some Half Magic stuff for my lovely friend Ern. It's so sad, Pixie. I was actually so upset. Is that an unaddressed excitement or no? Definitely is. Definitely is. Also, thank you guys so much for the follows. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in. I'm a huge Yorkshire tea drinker, so that's why I raid with tea. I love that. Were you drinking tea today? I was actually thinking about going to make some for, I don't normally sound like this. I sort of sound like I'm hosting a radio show, so thank you so much for coming to my radio show today. But I really strained my voice yelling at TwitchCon. Like, everything was so loud. I was just trying to yell over the music every time. So my voice is really low today. But I'm not mad at it. It's just I just sound a little bit different than normal. So I was thinking about making some like throat coat tea, just purely because everything hurts. Anything you wish you could have done more or changed at the convention? I wish I could have seen more of the panels that I wanted to see because I only made it to one. I wish I could have spent more evenings with my friends. Those are the 2 big ones. I did say this earlier. Next time I go, I'm going to have a very, very set boundary of like during the day, I will happily do Twitch stuff. And then in the evenings, I want to like have a chill time with my friends. Just because I felt like I was so go this year that I'm just exhausted. I'm just so exhausted now. And I think I did it to myself. I ended up getting ill on the 3rd day. I was really dizzy. So I think it was because I went too hard on the first 2 days and I ended up missing the whole 3rd day. So I drink so much tea. You should definitely get some to heal your voice. I will. I think we have an ad coming up in about 18 minutes. I'll probably go down and grab one. Pack too much underwear. I actually packed just the right amount of underwear. Just the right amount. I didn't pack many extras though. You know, sometimes you gotta pack extra. Like what if I pee my pants every single day 4 times, you know? You never know. You never know what could happen. As someone who has peed their pants as an adult, you never know. I'm in the process of getting a passport now. Hopefully I can go over the pond next year. Dutch, it'd be so fun to meet you in person. No, because they are shades I would use too. It's so perfect for the accidental palette promo. Well, I'm glad I could help out. Oh my gosh, yes, please go raid and run. Thank you so incredibly much for the raid. Seriously, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you have a very lovely rest of your evening. Go take care of yourself. Anyone else who needs to raid and run along with Ezzy, please do so. No worries whatsoever. You need to hop off Twitch, get some grass touching time, get some water, snacks. If this is not your vibe, that's totally fine. We're gonna be just chatting today because it is a very low energy day for me, but other days we'll like play games and stuff like that. We are currently working on a game called By Sweet Carol. It's kind of like a horror platformer mix that is like in the art style of like a Disney animated movie. But then we also play like some water park sim and kind of just like whatever floats our boat. We're doing a vegan run of Subnautica, which we haven't played in a little while, but we're working on one of those too. Have the audiobook podcast type of voice. I should see if anyone needs me to read a book really fast. If you're open to raids, by the time I could suggest another Women's Guild streamer, also acquainted with Darian. Storm, will you send it in my Discord? Commando is the way to go. If you don't wear underwear, you'll never run out. As he is obsessed with Yorkshire tea, I bought the Yorkshire tea branded Xbox controller. Stop it. I didn't realize that was a thing. I'm glad you're feeling better now. Thank you. I appreciate it, Dragon King Harris. I am. I really am. I'm quite tired still, but clearly I had enough energy to stream at the very least. I also took extra clothes just in case. You never know. You never know when you're going to pee yourself 4 times in one day. I pack like that, and Mr. Cowboy says it's crazy because what if you just need seven spares? I also brought like every shirt I own. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to want to wear. What if I hate the way this looks? So I feel kind of bad. Mr. Bunga was actually, half of his luggage was my stuff. So, whoops, what are you going to do? Yes, the concert incident. Ah, yes, the infamous concert incident. One thing I wanted to bring up was how you tweeted up people thinking you were taller. And I did tell you this, but I also assumed you were taller. Yes. She looks like Tunga, but shorter. And then I thought, oh, that is Tunga. I'm 5'4", and everyone that met me was like, you give tall girl energy, Tunga. I thought you were going to be like close to 6 foot. And I was like, I love you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. But I am short. I'm sadly very short. How about hardcore run? Hardcore run would be really fun, Captain Denton. I'd really like that. Don't remember if I told you before, so pardon if I did, but I sent my PC. You did. Thank you, Storm. Which channel should I put? What about... Goodbye, Caven. No worries. Have a very fun rest of your evening. Please take care of yourself. Why don't you just put it into game suggestions? I'll know what you mean. Is that the Tiz Fizzy? Tiz, it was so good to see you at TwitchCon, y'all. I got to meet Tiz in person. And Tiz is like so cool, you guys. I met Tiz, and when we finally walked away from each other with Tiz, I was like, oh my God. Tiz is like the coolest person I've ever met in my entire life. So I'm sorry if I felt a little fangirly. It's because I was. It's because I actually was. But it's so good to meet you in person and see you in person. Y'all, if you don't know my friend Tiz, by the way, go check out my friend Tiz. Tiz, I was watching your stream earlier, but I was lurking. Because I was like, I don't feel like talking. And then I was like, I guess I should stream because I feel like talking so much. Tiz, thank you so much for coming. It's good to see you. Really have a pulse like a biathlete. Slow down a bit. Then what are you doing is even cooler. Well, thank you. I talk really fast sometimes. Sometimes I can't help it. It just goes, you know? Hi, Koala. It is I, Tuna. Welcome to Tuna Tuesdays with your host, Tuna Buna. I thought you were like 5'7" minimum. I wish I was Indy. If I could be 5'7", like I would. I wouldn't get like that brag laking. What the fuck am I talking about? The leg breaking surgery. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? The leg breaking surgery that they'll like break your legs and they'll like stretch it out to make you taller. I wouldn't get that surgery. But I wish I was 5'7" minimum. I knew you were small, but apparently you didn't know I was big. I didn't realize you're gonna be so tall, G. I didn't. I love the new nails. Thank you, Koala. I've already lost one of them. But I did them for TwitchCon, and this one fell off after TSA on the airport on the way to TwitchCon, and then this one fell off after TSA on the way back to my hometown, my home state. So, sad. Oh, we don't need that alert anymore, do we? How do we get rid of that? Hold on. Timers. TwitchCon ticket off. There we go. Ignore that. I forgot I had that. Gotta add that on there. Your nails are gorgeous. Thank you, Miss Spooky. I actually have them right here. They're the Glamnetic Beetlejuice collection. They don't make these anymore, and I'm sad because I really like them, and I wish I would have gotten a second pair. But they're really fun. I really like them. They're just press-ons. No, stop. It was so good to see you. It was so fun. I also feel like you bestowed your wisdom upon me, and I really appreciate it because it was my first TwitchCon, and Tiz was like, oh my gosh, don't do this day, do this day, and it'll be a much better experience. And she was right. She was right. Taco Tuna Tuesdays. Yeah, they snap it in half and they put a rod in your legs. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I think it's like 50 grand and horribly painful as well. If I can grow my own tuna after I wait, so I can grow my own tuna if I find it. Joking, obviously. I don't live in America. You could, in fact, grow your very own tuna buna. Hi, Radiant Skill. How are you? Are you hyped for Del Toro Frankenstein? I'm so excited. I am so excited. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Are you excited, Radiant Skull? Are you excited? I really want to do a rewatch of like all of my favorite little like dark gothic romantic horror movies. Nosferatu's on the list, Crimson Peak's on the list. I always have to, I know this is like a musical, but Phantom of the Opera's always on my list. I already know I'm really gonna like the new Frankenstein. I can't wait. Crimson Peak, love that movie. No notes. Fantastic 10 out of 10 movie. Tell Mr. Bunga I was happy to meet him. I know he's standing right next to you. I know. I'll let him know. I think he was like very overstimulated the whole weekend. I only ever do shades of red and burgundy. See, I love that. If they had these in red, I'd be down for that. Although the green kind of matches the vibe. We do have a lot of green in our background, don't we? All the women I know are around 5'2". Well, in that case, I'm 2 inches taller, Barcardo. Maybe I'm tall comparatively. So happy to help. Hope you had a great first time. It was a lot of fun, Tiz. I learned a lot. I feel like next time I go, I'm going to do things a lot differently. Just partially to save my own energy, honestly. Is every normal person who notices this being messed with or what? I don't know. Maybe they are. Cool nails. Is that shimmer? It is. It's I don't know exactly what, it's some sort of like glittery, shimmery stuff. I don't know. I didn't make them. I'm so hyped for Frankenstein. I'm tempted to even see it in theaters. I actually am too, Christian, and I haven't been to a movie in person in many, many years. Many years. What is the last movie I saw in person? I think it was, well, I saw Deadpool versus Wolverine. That's the last one I think I've seen in theaters. And that time, wait, I went to another movie theater when I was on vacation last June. But I don't remember what I saw. But that was only because we had nothing else to do. Hi, Faze. How are you? Welcome in. I'm totally hyped for anything Del Toro. I was really entranced by his, I was really entranced by his Nightmare Alley. I've not seen that one, Radiant Skull. I'm gonna have to put that on the list. I'm gonna have to put that on the list for sure. Because if it's anything like the other movies I've seen by him, I'm sure I would love it. What would you say your favorite movie this year has been so far? It's definitely got to be Sinners for me. Nothing has topped it yet. I did like Sinners. My favorite movie this year. I gotta bring up my letterbox if I talk about this, because now I don't remember what movies I've seen. Well, when it comes to Tonga, it come out as America. I don't share what state I'm from, just for personal safety reasons. Let's see, what did I watch? No Activity. I haven't watched a movie in a while, apparently. Reviews. Let's see. I saw The Craft this year for the first time. I liked that. I saw Black Swan for the first time this year. I liked that. I saw Mickey 17. I liked that. I saw The Grudge for the first time. That was kind of fun. But I always think you're Canadian. My good friend Ernan is Canadian. Maybe you're thinking about her. I really like Long Legs. I watch a lot of horror, so I'm sorry. I watched The Fall. That was good. I would say if I have to pick a 2025 movie, I saw Nosferatu February 1st, 2025. So that would be my favorite movie I saw this year. Yeah, even though I know it was like 2024 release. But if I could not pick that one, I don't know. I feel like I haven't really been in awe of a lot of the movies I've watched this year, I'll be real. I haven't had that experience aside from Nosferatu where I like finished a movie and I was like, wow, I'm going to watch that again. Yeah. There's some pretty bad ones. I watched Splice for the first time this year. That was awful. I watched Baby Girl for the first time, you guys. I knew nothing about that movie and I went into Baby Girl completely without any context at all, and it was an interesting one. I did not like it. I really didn't. I was very uncomfortable the whole time. What else was a really bad one that I watched? Beau is Afraid I watched for the first time. I hated Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid is like one of the only 2 movies I've ever shut off midway through. The other one was Breakfast Club. I hated Breakfast Club as well. Hated that one. Danke für die Antwort. Anytime. No problem. How do you say that in German? Nicht problem. Gotta go forever. I'm so sorry. I know it's a beloved movie. I just hated it. Hi, Frog on the Grill. Tunga is like us and lives in a state of agony. This is true. I do. That's what I should start saying. What state do you live in? Agony. That's a good one. I'm going to remember that. I just saw Weapons and Conjuring 4 this weekend. Both spooky. I want to see both of those. They're both on my list. Hey, Sterling. Thank you for the lurking, but hi. Good to see you. I mean, the person from Waterboy or The Crazy Girlfriend? Ooh, I don't know phase. Longlegs was... I really liked Longlegs. Met you through Wee, Annie, and Noodle. I do know that. I miss Wee so much. If you like Nosferatu, you may like... I have that on my list, Dead Sally. I almost watched that with my friend last night, and instead we watched the original Carrie, and I really liked it. I watched a movie, I think it was called Tarot, and I think it was maybe the worst horror movie I've ever seen in my life. I hate that for you. I'm so sorry, Pixie. I liked Beau's Afraid, but Ari Aster is very divisive, so... I'm gonna be real, it like freaked me out in a way that I feel like is maybe a me problem. Like, I don't know what it was about the movie, but I feel like it was just so chaotic that like it made me like afraid of like life. Like, I know it's like a horror movie, but it didn't make me afraid in the sense of like a horror movie. It made me afraid in the sense that it was like, okay, well, I never want to leave my house ever again. Which I really didn't like. It just felt like viscerally uncomfortable for me. Beau's Afraid is a very specific movie. Very much like, ooh, how do you say that? Aronofsky's mother? I haven't seen that one either. I know that one has Jennifer Lawrence in it, I believe. That one I would consider seeing, but I love Breakfast Club, but it definitely has not aged well. I just didn't like it because I thought it was really boring. I thought it was like really boring. I was also a little bit younger when I tried watching it though, so maybe I should give it another shot. I think the last horror movie I watched was about a year ago, and then I rewatched some Korean zombie. Oh, I watched some Korean zombie films as well as a Korean zombie show. Train to is it Busan? Alive and All of Us Are Dead. Interesting. Did you like those by yourself? I never loved Breakfast Club. I could never stand Molly. I don't remember who that is even. I just remember not really liking any of the characters either. I know someone Echo. Wait. I know someone did their entire high school thesis. Oh, they did their entire high school thesis on Breakfast Club. I find that really interesting. I don't know. It was okay. It was fine. Have you seen The Ring versus Grudge? No, I haven't. In fact, I've never seen The Ring either. I've only seen The Grudge now. Ring is on my list. I have not Galloway. I have not seen that movie. Train to Busan is so goated for real. Everyone's saying it's so good. No, I've never seen it before. You absolutely have to stay the way you are, Tunga. Promise. I will. Promise. Pinky promise. Oh, is my internet dead? Welcome to the chat room. Okay, weird. The Ring is amazing and traumatizing even after 20 plus years. I want to see it, but I feel like I'm going to be really afraid. There's certain movies that I know are going to get me, and it's the movies that are like, you're going to die in 7 days. Those movies get me because most of the movies, I love horror movies and I'm fine with them. But when it's like, oh, you have 7 days of anxiety to figure out if you're going to die, that's when it gets me. Train messed me up, not in the way you'd expect. Well, now I feel like I have to watch it. The actress, Molly Ringwald. Oh, do I know who that is? Oh, so bright. Molly Ringwald. Oh, she plays like the preppy one, right? I'm not good with actor names either. I'm so sorry. I watched about 80% of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and my ex decided about that far in that she wanted to leave, so I've never seen that one or how it ends. I'm told it started to come together right after we left. I've never seen that movie either. I just know it has Brad Pitt in it, I think. The Ring, I didn't realize there's Ring book. Marbles on Stream. I'm probably not going to play any Marbles on Stream today, but eventually we will. But probably not today, unfortunately. I honestly don't know how much longer I'll be live. We may raid out within the next hour or so. I'm quite tired. I know we've only been live for 2 hours. I kind of figured it would be a very relaxed stream. I mean, if we're feeling like yapping still, obviously I will keep streaming. But I'm not gonna game today at all. I'm just too exhausted. There's been several movies this year I've rated 5 stars, but I think the only one so far that legitimately blew me away was Sinners. I've heard fantastic things about one battle after another. I've never seen that one. I did really like Sinners. I really liked the music. It was such good music. I thought that the film score was incredible. The acting was incredible. The story was really good. It was a very good movie. And it was refreshing to see such a good movie come out because I feel like we're just getting crap. I feel like a lot of the movies we get now are like remakes and they're really crappy, you know? I hate horror movies, not a positive fear genre in my entire genome. Listen, that's okay. I used to really, really dislike horror movies as well, but then something snapped in me and I'm like, you know what? This is actually kind of fun. Speaking of 7 Days to Live, I got some really bad news when the NL saw my uncle the other day. We have a longevity in our family. I have like 50 more years of this shit. No, Indy, I'm sorry. Get out of here. I thought you were about to tell me you got like cancer. My favorite movie that came out this year was Happy Gilmore 2. I never saw that. Horror movies are fire now. They are really good. There are a lot of really good ones. Fun fact, I saw Scary Movie 3 before I saw The Ring, so I was never really actually scared of The Ring because of all that. I think about all I think about is Cindy, this bitch is messing up my floor. Maybe that's what I should do, Christian. Maybe that's what I should do, and then I won't feel freaked out by it. Absolutely legitimate. I appreciate you. Thank you for being understanding. I'm sorry if I'm being annoying. Not at all, FaZe. You're totally fine. Is your letterbox public or is it doxy? I don't know, actually. Let me check real fast. I think it's public. I don't think it's doxy. I don't think there's anything on here that would dox me. Unless it shows my location and I don't know about it. But it should be fine if you want to follow me on Letterboxd. I'm just Tunga Bunga. I'm just Tunga Bunga on there with one A, of course. One A. The Ring is huge in its home country of Japan. Even to this day, Sadako is firmly in pop culture. Really zeitgeist over it. That's so cool. That's really cool. Also, you guys, there is an ad that's about to start. I'm going to run, use the bathroom, and grab some water, okay? Does that sound good? And then we'll reconvene, all right? I just got a notification that Indy has followed me on Letterboxd. We'll reconvene. I'm going to grab water. I'm going to go piss, girl. And then we can yap more, okay? All right, I'll be right back. BRB. Be good. Be good. Or else I'll sick up on you. Not in a good way. Look who it is. Look who's here to talk to you guys. Can you sit? Sit. Oh, wow. Hi guys, thanks for coming to my stream. Thanks for coming to Appa's stream. Hi guys. I'm a good boy. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm a good boy. And this is my good boy stream where I teach you how to be a good boy. And you give me treats, alright? Good deal. Good deal. I'm back, by the way. Don't mind me. Lurk refreshing for the view count, Appa. Thank you. Appa cares about his view count a lot. He really cares about his view count, so. Alright, I gotta get this one working here in a second here. Lurk refresh! Totally different account. Yeah, alright, Bullet Hammer. I see you. Not Bullet Hammer, excuse me. Alright, we got a liquid death. Cause I felt like I need something flavored. You guys want an ASMR can open? I love view counts, Tunga. Dapper dog. This is Appa, by the way, if you're new here. This is my sweet dog, Appa. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Welcome in. I missed you, too. How was your weekend? I'm so happy to be back in my house. Hi, Gossamer. Good to see you. Such wisdom. Doesn't he have the most wisdom? He's like, treats. Treats. I didn't hear you open it. I don't have I didn't open it quite yet, but I'll do it in just a second. I have these fucking nails on, and they're really hard to do stuff with. Really hard to do anything with. After a quick scan of your profile, looks safe. Perfect, Indy. Thank you. Thank you for looking. My mom's side of the family tends to have lived long. One of my great aunts lived 100. One of my great aunts lived 106. She died shortly after, though, unfortunately. Yeah, that's incredible, Marisol. That is an incredibly long life. My grandfather, who just passed away, is 97. And on my dad's side, and then my great aunt on my mom's side was 106. All right, you guys ready? Hopefully it's a good one. It's really hard to get my fingers under here. All right. What do we think? Rated out of 10. All right, now we're going to try not to spill it as I pour it into this glass. I don't like drinking stuff out of the can because I don't like the way the can tastes. I know. It's goofy. I know it's goofy. All right, we're scrolling. Hi, Hops, by the way. Good to see you. I got tricked. I scammed you. I bamboozled you. This is the cherry obituary flavor. Cherry obituary. We have cherry and mango right now. We had our groceries delivered. We ordered them at the airport yesterday, and then they got delivered like right when we got home. Because we're like, we don't feel like going to the grocery store, so we're gonna do this. So they picked out the flavors. It's good though. I like it. 10 out of 10. One horror movie that looked interesting to me was As Above, So Below. I saw ads for that one, I feel like. They go to Parisian catacombs. Interesting. Your dog's so adorable. Thanks, bud. Also, hi, bud. Good to see you. I'm doing well. How are you? How are you doing? Tonka just called me a bitch. It's fine. No, I didn't. You get out of here. You get out of here, FaZe. No, I didn't. I like As Above, So Below. It's pretty good. Maybe I'll have to put that one on my list. Because I think that'd be really fun. Also, friends, I wanna let you know. So obviously I was not in my house on Monday, so we didn't do our Monday co-streams, but co-working. But every Monday we'll do co-working in the Discord. We're gonna start Discord movie nights every other Friday. When November starts. So I would start this week or next week, but I'm gonna be streaming both those days instead. So the first suck of November.
Balls. That's disgusting.
Thank you, flatly written. The first Friday of November, we'll do our movie night, and then it'll be every other week. And we'll probably start with The Princess Bride, because I owe y'all a Princess Bride watch. So just a heads up, we didn't have any co-working this Monday, but next Monday we'll have co-working, and it'll be fun. What happens during co-working? Basically, we all just sit silently in a Discord and like do our own work. And we'll type in the little like associated text chat with the voice chat, and we'll just like keep each other company. It's really chill. Everyone's like auto muted when they go in, so no one can even speak. Except for me, I could speak if I wanted to, because I'm the overlord of the Discord. But it's very relaxed. It's really, really chill. It's like a place to like have the body doubling. If you are someone who like works better with body doubling. It's so criminally underrated. Now I'm gonna have to watch it. Y'all are giving me good ideas for what to add to my watch list, though. Flatly written, I hope you're doing well today, by the way. Hey, Sugar Butts, how are you doing? Welcome in. It's good to see you. How's your weekend? Your cool dog doesn't like the camera. He also knows where they all are, right? Yeah, he definitely, I think he's really tired. He had a long weekend, but he knows that you guys give him treats. So I think he does like the camera. Or at least he likes when I talk to the camera because he knows he's gonna get treats potentially. What does body doubling mean? Hops, it's basically like sometimes seeing another person working on something can help you also like get the motivation to work on something, and like having you know how like it sucks if like you have to stay in working and your friend gets to go to like a concert or something, and like yeah, you're happy for your friend that gets to go, but then like you're stuck working on a night that you don't want to work and it's kind of crappy. But it'd be like it's a lot more helpful if you have another person that has to sit there and suffer with you and do the work with you. It's sort of that idea, if that made any sense at all. So it's basically just like having another person sit down and do their work, even though it might be different work than you're doing, and it helps you like focus and sit down, you know. Kind of exactly like body doubling, except no one has their cameras on either. Princess Bride is such a good movie. Indy, I love it. Princess Bride mention? Yeah, first weekend of November. Write it down. I don't know what time yet. We'll figure it out. Don't ban me, but the first time I watched Princess Bride, I didn't like it. But I liked it upon a rewatch. Okay, you're excused from a ban. I don't like talking with my voice in voice chats anymore anyway, so it's a win-win. I always get really nervous when I do that, you know? As Above, So Below is the only movie that has come close to scaring me aside from Fire in the Sky. Not saying that as a brag, I want the movie to scare me, but I can suspend my disbelief too much. That's so fair. Flatly written, what the heck? It took me a second to figure out what just happened. Thank you so much for the $5.20 dono. Thank you, Flatly Written. What the heck? You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. We met our goal. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Flatly Written. Is that my friend Sissy? Hi, Sissy. Good to see you. Are you back home safe and sound? I forgot to text you, but in case you can't tell, I'm also back home safe and sound. Yo, I got to see Sissy in person again this weekend for the second time. This is the second time I've gotten to see Sissy in person. Just as amazing and lovely as the first time. I'm so exhausted though now, Sissy. Are you just like dragging your ass? Because I am. I'm so tired. You're at work? Stop it. I'm so sorry. I get back tomorrow. I hope that work is going okay. I'm so sorry you had to work right out of TwitchCon. That sucks. I hope that when you get home though, you get a lot of rest, because my God, I could not do it. 3 o'clock this morning? Stop it. Oh my God. You guys also, if you don't know my friend Sissy, please go follow my friend Sissy. She's amazing. For a second, I thought I misspelled your name. Sissy's a very sweet human being, fantastic streamer, very community focused. So if you enjoy community, please go check her out. She's very lovely. I slept for 5 hours this afternoon. Oh my God, I can't blame you. I slept, what time did I went to bed at like, I feel like it was 12:30, and then I slept in until like 11:30. So I almost got 12 hours of sleep last night. I was really tired. Monkey see, monkey do, sort of. It's good to see you as well. My weekend, as they say, wasn't long enough. Yeah, I agree. I feel that on another level. I'm negotiating treats for him. That's exactly what's happening. Sissy, thank you so much for 12 months. 1 whole year. Are you kidding me?
Girl,
Don't.
I love you so much. You are beautiful inside and out.
Don't. I'm emo. I'm so tired and emo today. Thank you, Sissy. Thank you so much for the year. What the heck? I can't believe it's been that long. Thank you so incredibly much for 12 months of sub. I know we've been friends longer than that, but my goodness, thank you so much. What the heck? I hope that you're enjoying work. I hope it goes okay. I shall be emo with you. That's exactly what you need. I need more crying. I cried like every day of TwitchCon, you guys. Happy cry. Happy cry. Let me specify that. I cried like every day. Yeah, it was great. It was a good time. I hope you had so much fun on your TwitchCon trip too, Sissy. I know you didn't go all 3 days, but I hope that all of your days were super fun. What do I have on my lip right now? Hair. Lovely. I also, my lip oil that I was using got nail glue all over it, so I have to clean it off. I don't even know if it's going to open. Hi, Sky. How are you? Welcome in, Godless Sky. Good to see ya. How are you doing? Howdy do. Last 20 minutes is traumatizing. Oh my God. I want to see it now, Indy. Everyone's like telling me what movies I need to watch, and I'm gonna have to write this all down. So predictable. I cried every day as well, but I didn't go, and that's normal. Indy, no. Happy cry? Happy cry would be good. Sky, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. Finally escaped work. Oh my God. Yes, let's go. I feel so bad for all my friends who had to go back to work today. Ern had to go back to work today. I don't know if Galloway went back to work today. Galloway, are you still here? Did you go back to work today? I think Ramiko had to go back to work today. I think a lot of my friends had to go back to work today. I'm so sorry. You're done now? Probably not. Oh, maybe. You might be done. Right after TwitchCon, that's so chaotic. I know. I felt so bad for my friend too, because my friend Ern lives in Canada. So she had a very long travel session. And immediately had to go back to work today. Like, oh my God. Hi, Gaba. How are you? How's my favorite fashion icon today? Good to see you. TwitchCon was good. It was really good. It was very exhausting. I learned a lot. And I feel motivated in a weird way. I feel like motivated for Twitch, but in not like a networky way, like a community way, if that makes sense, right? So I thought I'd come back from TwitchCon and I'd be like, oh, I've met all these brand new people. I can't wait to like network with these new streamers. Like I thought that's what it was going to be more like, because that's kind of what they like advertise it as, is like network. But instead, I feel like I've come back and I feel more refreshed in a sense that like I feel a lot more appreciative for my community. And so I feel like I have more inspiration to like do stuff with the community rather than like branching out more. I feel like building up more, if that makes any sense. So it was good. Yeah, it was North America. It was, I'm in North America, and TwitchCon I went to was also North America. Did we start a hype train? How did we get a hype train? Sissy, I think you started a hype train. I saw you met AP and G. I'm jealous. I did. Very lovely people both. One quote from The Princess Bride I do like is, as a Sicilian, you never go against a Sicilian when death is on the line. I love that. It's so funny. Tonga self-doxing. Jump on it, everyone. Jump on the hype train. Y'all don't have to jump on the hype train. Thank you for starting it, Sissy. We're building up instead of branching out. But I heard some horrible things happened. Yeah, I do know, like, not everyone had a very good experience, which I do feel really sad about. I wish everyone could have had a very awesome, fun, safe experience. Do you see my golden goose? My golden gwiddy goose. My camera doesn't autofocus. If you're thinking about getting a real camera, don't get this one if you want autofocus. I use a Lumix Panasonic G7. It's a great camera. Does not autofocus. My golden gwiddy. I'm doing fantastic today, and good to hear that. I saw a few pictures from Insta, and congrats on gold. Thank you, Gaba. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. I'm quite exhausted today. That being said, friends, I will be live obviously today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday, we are doing a co-op horror stream with Ern. Ern does this really fun thing every single October called Freaky Fridays, where we do like a horror stream every Friday. And this year, I'm not entirely sure who exactly will be playing with this Friday, but I know it will be Devour, the game Devour. If y'all remember, I don't know if I've actually ever streamed Devour. Maybe I haven't. But I know we played it last year, but we're going to play the new clown like circus map this year on Friday. So it will be a horror game. So just a heads up, if you don't like horror games, we will be doing that on Friday. But the first 2 hours of stream will be yapping. So I'm going to go live a little bit before Ern goes live, and I'm going to talk with you guys for 2 hours before we actually start the scary games. Will we be in the Fright Fest category for emotes? Ooh, that's a good idea, Sky. I'm going to actually send this to Ern to see, because we probably could be. I want to get the emotes, get the free emotes. Oh, I almost just sent it to Bullet. Sorry, Bullet. I'm accidentally almost messaging you. I didn't. Everything's fine. I almost messaged you, though. Okay. Note. Okay. Let me copy and paste that. That's a good question. I don't know yet. I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow. I'm so proud of you. I hope your building goes so fun. It's so cool seeing and hearing all these things that got into streams. Yeah. It was definitely like an experience that I'm glad to have, you know? Like, I am so thankful for the opportunity to get to meet not only my friends, but members of this community too. It was really cool. I got to have some fun conversations. I got to take some fun pictures. And I am both sad and happy that I got to come home. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's a really weird feeling just being like ready to go home, but then like not ready to say goodbye. Tunga, can I just say I lost my voice screaming from the Mariners game last night? And I regret it. Don't worry. We have no voices together. Hi, Matthew. Good to see you. Welcome in. I know I've written down on my calendar for Ernan's Halloween events. Let's go. I know that she also posted about all of them too. Have a fun time at your birthday event, Bramble. Enjoy the birthday party. Thank you so much for coming in. It was good to see you. Welcome in. Or goodbye. What am I? I'm sorry. I'm getting really tired. Basically, thank you for the lurk. It's good to see you. Welcome on in. There's a blog post about it if you look it up. It's a title called Fright Fest. Oh, I vaguely remember that last year, Sky. And it was like you had a slim chance of like being featured on the front page and stuff like that too. But you had to use the like drop-in feature. It was like knock was brand new. And so they wanted you to use knock, like the knocking, which I hate that feature. I hate it so much with every fiber of my being. I've used it. I have accidentally knocked on 2 people's streams now. One of them being Bryn, which was fine because obviously Bryn is my friend and she was like, oh, that's totally fine. The other was like this brand new person that I'd never rated before. And it was really awkward because she was like, I don't think you meant to do that. And I was like, no, I didn't. I really did not mean to do that. Please ignore it. So it's like a vacation you don't want to go home from, but but you don't want to stay too long. That's a really good way of putting it, Sugar Butts. Yeah, I would say yes. It's my niece's party, but thanks everyone. Have a good time. Oh, how sweet. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say hi. Hi, Sklarkio. Welcome in. I'm so sorry. I missed your first message there. Good to see you. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. They had a form for game keys, but it was due Monday. I just saw tonight. Dang it. I always see that stuff too late, Liz. Really haven't met such a cool soul on Twitch. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's so nice. Gava, thank you for the hydrate. Look, I actually have somewhat... It's sparkling water, but I'm counting it. No voice? I thought you looked like... Tunga Be Cursed was possessing you so she can speak for you. This is Tunga Be Cursed talking. Why does she have such a nice soothing voice? Mom pops up for me every once in a while and it trips me out. See, the problem is when you're live, it obviously like pops up a lot more than when you're not live. And so what will happen is I'll like open up Twitch to look for someone to raid and scroll on that like sidebar, and the sidebar, I'll be like, I'll like get ready to click on someone's stream on the sidebar and it'll do like a pop-up and I'll like suddenly click on the fucking call or like knock on stream thing. And then I'm always like, oh my God, here we go again. And then I'm like, please don't actually put me on your stream. That's not what I want. Like, please just ignore it. I completely did not see the notification whatsoever. But the funny thing is that considering who was the type of stream I was doing, I totally would have been accepted. That's so funny. You would have been let in and you're like, actually, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. Don't fall for a siren voice. The pop-up is so bad, Sky. It like it either needs to be there all the time or there needs to be a pop-up in a different section, because the pop-up in the section that it's in, it's really hard to not click it if you don't know it's going to be there. Hi, buddy. That being said, though, friends, I am feeling rather eepy, and I know we've only been live for like 2.5 hours, but I do think we may raid out. I promise the rest of the week streams will be longer. I'm just feeling so exhausted today. I think we need to call it a little early, unfortunately. Although I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a really good time. I actually want to take a little poll really fast before we read out. Go to sleep, girl. Let's do 2 minutes. I'm kind of thinking about shaking stuff up a little bit. So I want you to tell me what kind of streams you like the most. Do you like just chatting the most? Do you like gaming the most? Like the streams that I do, or do you like crafting the most? Because I'm curious, because I would like to, like, obviously I'm still gonna do all 3, but I would like to know what you guys like the most. That way I can like sort of focus a little bit more on improving those like sections. So please let me know, out of those 3, please vote and let me know which of the 3 you like the most. And if you like all 3 equally, you gotta pick one, sorry. How was the con, Kevin? It was a good time. It was really fun. I'm so tired now. I'm ready to go bed. I'm back. Sorry, I was choosing a movie. No worries. Sissy, I think we're gonna raid out pretty soon anyway, because I'm absolutely exhausted and ready to rest my voice a little bit too. Thank you for being here, Gava. That's a valid. Get yourself some rest. I appreciate y'all. We will be live longer tomorrow. We're going to do 5 hours tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday. Might be a little longer than 5 hours, actually. We'll see. Hi, P. Norden. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I like Tunga's stream most. I had no idea you did stuff on stream. What do you mean we do stuff? What do you mean? I've exercised my democratic right to vote. Good. As you should, Dusty. As you should. I only did it for 2 minutes, so please let me know. Gaming highly depends on the game being played, but I always enjoy the chatting and crafting. The crafting also, often has a lot of chatting, so I voted for that. I honestly don't have a favorite, so I'm just curious. And it's okay if you don't have a favorite. Just pick whatever you enjoy. I'm good. Thank you for asking, P. Norden. I hope that you had a very lovely weekend. Did you do anything fun? Also, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Spending time with cool people. That's my favorite stream on Twitch. Just hanging out with the pals. I like all three, so I voted for the lowest one. Sky, you're so cute. Get out of here. Get out of town. Why are you so sweet? I just want to say, I'm going to get a little sappy for a second, okay, you guys? But while I was at TwitchCon, I realized even more so how lucky we are as a community and how thankful I am to have such amazing, cool people around me. Not only my friends, not only other streamers I met, but also the community. I thought it was so cool getting to have people come up to me and want to talk to me and want to have pictures with me. And I just want to tell you I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys being here with me. And I really love y'all, and I just felt like even more so thankful. So I just wanted to let you know I'm very thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for being here with me. Hi, Morgan. Morgan, I'm about to raid out because I'm so tired. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, my mister. Morgan, Earn may or may not have something brought back for you, by the way. Eyebrows. I missed him so much. She gave it to me. I cried. Did you like it? I kept a couple of the things because I thought they'd be like fun to use on stream. Gaming one. Ooh. But I'm glad that you got it. And I was like, a lot of this stuff I feel like Morgan would appreciate so much more. And Ern was gonna get you a swag bag too, and they started to run out. And Ern was also like, I don't know if I could fit it in my bag. But we like squished it all down there so we could make sure to get it in the bag. Good. Oh, I'm so glad. I also wanted to make sure you and Sean both got a little keychain and some stickers too. Have a lovely evening, Sugar Butts. Thank you for being here. Don't waste your thoughts. Everyone here knows you mean. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Miss Spooky. It was so lovely having you here. It was so lovely meeting you at the con. And thank you so much for hanging out here. I did just notice you and Salty both have 98. No way. Are we twinning? Are we twins? I'm so sad I didn't get to meet Salty at the con. I don't even know if they went, but Sean says, thank you so much for the keychain too. Of course. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for being my friends. You can say you got it in the bag. Some might say you got it in the bag, eh? I'm so sad, you guys. I really wish I had more energy right now because we would continue yapping, but I'm going to find somebody for us to raid. Should we make a new friend or should we raid an old friend today? 1's in chat for new friend, 2's in chats for old friend. And let me know. I'm scrolling through to see who is live right now. Because we did get a recommendation. We got a new recommendation for someone. I think I know who this is, but I don't think I've ever rated them before. So 1 for new friend, 2 for old friend. No, I'm going into spoon debt. Take care of yourselves. I love spoon debt. Thank you, Sky. I appreciate it. I don't know if they're live still though. Let me check. Let me see. But this would be a new friend. Oh, they're not live. Shoot. That's okay. We can still find a different new friend. Thank you for being here, Dusty. I really appreciate it. Dusty, have you ever been here when I raided out before? Or is this the first time you've been here while I raided? Okay. It looks like 1's are winning. So maybe we should find a new friend, eh? Maybe we should find a new friend. A couple of things before I do head out. I do have some socials if you would like to follow any of my socials. I've got all of them. I'm going to attempt to be posting on them more. I am trying to get back in the habit of editing my videos. Stuff is hard though. I really dislike editing. I hate editing with like a burning passion. Ooh, Here's a new person we've never raided before that I actually have watched in the past and I do think could be fun to raid. What else was I saying? Oh, also, we have a Discord. If you like joining our Discord, we do co-working every Monday, and then we're starting a movie night every other Friday in November, starting up. So if you'd like to join the Discord, you are invited. Please hop on in there if you are interested. No pressure. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We got to meet another new friend earlier. We got a lovely raid. Hi, Leah. Thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you. And then last but not least, if you'd like to join us on a raid, here are our raid messages. The top two are for subs. The bottom one is for non-subs. Since we're raiding someone, say new. Since we're raiding someone new, let's make sure we copy the middle message that just says you've been tunga bungad. Because I don't want to say I'm going to tunga someone's bunga for the first time meeting them. So let's make sure we copy the one I just sent if you're a sub. And then the non-subs, go ahead and copy that message from Appa Bappa. I think we're going to try reading... does Silk Song sound okay for people? Are y'all all right with Hollow Knight Silk Song? Tunga this bunga, sissy, that's exactly it. I don't want to like freak them out, you know? I don't want to be like, who the fuck is this Tunga person? And like, I'm saying I'm going to Tunga their bunga. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, friends, I stream once again every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This week we will also be live on Friday. So I will see you all again tomorrow. We go live at 1 p.m. Pacific, which is what, 4 p.m. Eastern. And we typically are live for about 5 hours, but today is a special day because I'm exhausted from travel yesterday. So we're going to try raiding a brand new friend. Let me get this all started up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We had so many resubs today. Barcardum, I'm gonna put you back in Lenatico Nail. Thank you guys so much for the resubs today. There were so many of y'all. I can't believe that it's been over a month since we came back. It's been over a whole freaking month since we came back to streaming. And I do want to shout out our lovely person who gave us a raid today. Our one raid today was from the lovely Ezzyverse. So if you do not know Ezzyverse, please go over, check them out. I would really, really appreciate it. I always love when y'all give some love back to the people who raid over here. We're going to go ahead and raid Lindsay today. Lindsay is somebody that I have watched in the past, but I don't think we've ever raided them. So I do not think that Lindsay knows who I am because I'm a big old lurker. But please be kind and respectful as always. It looks like Lindsay is very specifically not taking any backseating, foreshadowing, or hints on this game. So please be respectful of that as well. And other than that, friends, I will see y'all tomorrow. All right, let's get this started, eh? We're getting everything all booted up. Have a fantastic rest of your day, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And thank you guys so much for the new follows today. Also, if you are hanging out with us and you have not yet followed and you like the vibe here, feel free to follow or you probably won't ever see me again, which maybe that's a good thing. You never know. You never know. And thank you guys for letting me yap your ears off today with a slightly little bit of complaining about TwitchCon. Just a little bit. And Appa says thank you too. Appa's very happy to be back home with his parents. It was good to see you too, Emmy. I'm so excited that you're coming back. Seriously, I'm so excited. Listen here, Sissy says. Y'all, please take care of yourselves. I'm so thankful for y'all. Y'all are such an incredible, special community. And like I said, I'm going to really try to build up our community and hang out with you guys more because I think it'd be really fun. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please be kind and lovely to Lindsay, and I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? All right. I'm gonna go now. Bye, guys. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.